I see as me.
Eating?
Yeah.
Feasting. Is it a feast of shame or a feast of triumph?
I don't care anymore.
Somebody said make sure to do the weigh-in before the show or else Vito's going to be like a puddle for the entire show. I think that was a good idea.
Don't worry, I'm rehydrating.
With Mountain Dew?
Mm-hmm.
Treating yourself?
I deserve a treat.
At least you, the weigh-in is today if you're just joining us. Vito's 6 month. Was it 6 months that you?
Yes. Which is ridiculous.
And you picked up healthy habits, clearly.
Pick up a lot of healthy habits. I get the, you only use half the nacho cheese with your nacho there. I haven't eaten since Wednesday.
That's more healthy habits that you've picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I have it here in my hand.
You can get black beans inside the burrito instead of the refried beans. Fills you up.
We weighed you. Well, my beautiful doxed girlfriend weighed you.
Yes.
On the scale and wrote down 3 measurements. And we confirmed that the scale was accurate before we began the measuring.
If that
I
scale's
confirmed
off,
it.
I'm gonna fucking kill everybody.
It is not. I weigh myself all the time because I have male body dysmorphia.
All right.
I can attest to its accuracy.
Because we did the initial weigh-in on a different scale, which you broke.
Well, Vito,
blamed on me.
It's they have the ability to all say the same thing. These scales.
We'll see.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel?
You've had a rough week.
It's
been quite a week.
It's been quite a week. A lot of cardio.
Yeah.
A lot of not drinking water.
Laughing at Maddox. It's been
laughing at Maddox. Yeah, it's true. Maddox. That's the thing. You've been having so much fun with Maddox. All I've been doing is pedaling on an exercise bike and sitting in a sauna. And
what have you been doing to cut weight?
Well, all right.
You can't say diet as a man. You have to say cutting weight. That's what Camelot taught me.
Cut weight.
I'll have a salad, bro. I'm cutting. Like for a boxing tournament? What do you mean?
I did at least an hour of cardio a day, sometimes 2 hours. Restricted what I ate severely.
Okay.
Apples, maybe. What? Okay.
You're just like belching and oozing.
Yeah, because I haven't eaten since Wednesday. The last thing I ate was an apple on Wednesday, and now on Thursday.
Okay.
I go to 24-hour fitness or whatever.
Yeah.
Got a day pass, and I just went in the sauna, and I didn't realize how much I do not like being in a sauna. Man, it's not comfortable. Not for a long period of time, I guess. You're only supposed to be in there like 10, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I went for like an hour.
What, are you going to sweat your bones out? What was the plan there?
Just to sweat out fucking the water weight, man. I got all this water hanging off me. And at this point, I can't pee anymore. When I pee, it just comes out. Your pee gets progressive. If you don't
like
drink
Kaiser
water,
Soze?
It just gets darker and darker.
Why were you drinking water, though?
No, you're not, because you're cutting to cut water weight. You have to just drink as little water as possible the last 2 days.
Is that true, though?
Yeah, that's true. I fucked up the water. You're supposed to go Monday, drink 2 gallons of water. Tuesday, drink 2 gallons of water.
Okay.
Wednesday, 1 gallon.
You want a Sour Patch Kid, too, to
Thursday,
wash down those nachos?
give me a couple of these Sour Patch Kids here. I like the yellow ones.
I was going to have you sitting there and just have like a full
ones?
buffet during the show, but then I realized like the show will be fucking horrible if we do that.
Yeah, well, I won't eat too much.
I'll eat Max is watching right now. He's watching the show.
I wonder.
He's been watching everything for all these years. That's what this is finally confirmed in his psychotic 5-year magnum opus.
I think I would have featured more prominently in his video if he hadn't already spent 5 years on it.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a part 2 coming out.
I was in it very briefly. He found a terrible picture of me. And he insinuated that I'm more famous than you, which is awesome. So in a way, he kind of complimented.
Well, also, if you look at...
I'm more maybe well-known, but not for, like, good stuff.
No, like, Carl knows you. Other famous people know. The only people that know me are, like, racists. And
yeah, that's
white
fair.
supremacists. I'll be on the front page of Daily Stormer. You will never have that.
But you have like I guess I'm more famous in like traditional. I'm more well known in like traditional circles. But you and like this whole, dark web of racists and psychopaths.
You don't want to be famous here, bud.
Hey, it seems to be working out pretty well for your fucking Patreon. I wouldn't mind that.
Can you believe how viciously he's going after Patreon? Like, it's just the most transparent.
Yeah, why? And that doesn't even make sense. Like,
all he cares about is getting me.
He wants your
kicked off
Patreon banned.
That's all he's wanted for 8 years.
But even if your Patreon got banned, like, yeah, it would suck. But
it would suck. It would be devastating.
But I think you could relaunch somewhere else and still. I mean, you would probably lose $5,000, $10,000 maybe a month immediately because people are.
I don't know.
Lazy
I
to
pissed
sign
a
up
lot
for
of
something
people
else.
off, Vito.
Yeah. I don't know.
All he cares about is getting that thing taken down, costing people their jobs.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
Total psycho.
I like to think that Patreon at this point goes, hey, isn't that psychopath who sued one of our customer service reps?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have to listen to what he says.
Maybe tell him to go fuck himself.
But there's always this worry that like there's going to be some new pink-haired lady working at the thing, gets forwarded whatever, and decides, oh, well, I think this is...
It's so insane.
Patreon bans people all the time. It's crazy.
But I'm LGBT myself.
Yes.
And I love all spectrum of people and sexualities and relationship statuses. I don't condone them, but I welcome them all, even pedophiles. So, I mean, it's hard to pop me for hate speech when I'm so welcoming.
I think there's other guys on Patreon who are probably way worse than you. And all the stuff you're accused of doing, it's like, did you know his fans had a public 8chan board where literally any anonymous asshole can post, and they made a list.
You know who's on the rape list?
Who?
Bugs Bunny and drag.
Yeah, because anyone can be on it.
And Hillary Clinton. And then Maddox sent that list around to everybody in L.A., all of our friends, saying he's a rapist, right? He's
a pro-rape. You're pro-rape.
Pro-rape, yeah. He sent the list around, and then his video, Dick Lies, I got kicked out of everything, right?
Oh.
And no one's my friend anymore. Obviously, you can't have a 8chan rape list. And then some crazy fan of Maddox's added his girlfriend to that list, a picture of her on that list, and like a link to her Instagram or something. Despite him.
Him saying like, "Oh, my girlfriend was on that list." She was on the list because you made it public.
Because you used it as a weapon to ruin my life.
So then people started adding stuff
so they
to it
hated
as a
you.
joke.
Yeah. Santa Claus, I think, was on it.
You manifested. Yeah, exactly. Like nobody saw that thread. There was like 3 posts in it originally, right?
Yeah.
And then after the 3 posts happened, Maddox goes, Look at this thing I hate.
Look at this thing that pisses me off. And everyone's like, oh,
Maddox
awesome.
is pissed off. There's a way to easily piss off my internet friend or whatever. This guy whose podcast I follow.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a debacle.
What was your favorite part?
Well, I liked when he said I was more famous than you, so that was pretty good. What was my favorite part?
So he's saying like I latched onto somebody else.
Me. Yeah, he even plays a little. You might not have gotten to that point in the video.
I haven't.
Where he goes, the reason I had to protect my. Well, first of all, he lies. I mean, he lies throughout the whole thing.
The whole thing.
But he lies and says part of the reason he had to sue you was to protect his trademark. But he sets it up in a way where he talks about
First of all, it's not his trademark.
No, but he talks about this show before he talks about the lawsuit, making it sound like the lawsuit was a response to you trying to steal his show. Yeah.
He's such a fucking liar. Get super chats in if you have questions about the about Maddox's
We're going to be
video.
talking about it all night.
All right, should we start the show?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
You feel
anymore.
normal now?
No.
Ish? I was kind of waiting for the insulin to kick in.
I'm almost done with my Mountain
Are you
Dew.
gonna? You want another one?
I got a
You got a backup Prime?
Daddy hungry. Hungry for the
Feels normal now that we're back on this show. Honestly.
in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from snitching apps to houses that are crap, tiny houses that are crap. I don't know. That was not. The other one that I was about to read was living in tiny spaces to from living out. Oh no, never mind. I'm your host, Dick Masterson.
Something
I can't
racist
read
and
that.
weird.
Yeah. Joining me as always is Vito Chiswaldi.
I think I'm putting on like 3 pounds right here.
So you got a glimpse of what dealing with Maddox, working with Maddox was like.
It's one of these. Again, I'm still just like, I look at and here's the thing: is I look at the production quality of that video.
Yeah.
And it's cool, right?
It looks amazing.
He's got like a 3D graphic
it looks
of
like
you at a computer. He's got all these fucking custom graphs and like backgrounds.
Did you see the graph he put backwards to make it look like? Yeah.
I was talking about I thought the exact same thing when he did it. It's like, and in 2016, he had this many tweets. I'm like, well, yeah, so that means he's talking about you less over time.
Way
Isn't
less.
that good? You should be like, oh, it makes sense that over time he's gotten less obsessed with me.
Not ramping up like you're trying to show.
It defeats his point. It's like, oh, my stalker cares much less about me as time goes on.
Did you see that he gave an example of stalkers that he, quote unquote, stalkers that he had, but one of them was a girl. And he's showing like conversations that they're having.
Right.
Like he tells her I'm gay, but it was because she asked him in the previous email, I think you don't talk to me because you're gay. It's like you're flirting with that woman. You're not. That's not how you deal with a stalker. I don't think she is a stalker.
Right. All I'm saying is I look at the fact that he's obviously been working on that video for like 5 years. Because like the stuff in it, he has like screenshot. He has a screenshot of our Patreon from at least like a year ago.
Yeah.
So he's been working on it for at least, I don't know. Some people say
he
he's
lost
been working
the
on it
lawsuit
for like 4 years.
He lost the lawsuit in like 2019, I think.
Yeah, and that's when he just
started.
started.
And I think that's when he immediately started working on that video.
Yeah.
Because he's so bad at reading.
You think it took him that many takes to like read the video?
It would take him an hour or two to record a 3-minute video.
That's wild.
Because he just is mumble mouthed and like
I can't enunciate.
Like
The point is all the effort that he put into this thing. I'm like, man, think of all the like cool, funny videos he could have made.
Yeah,
he has the skills to just be one of these guys who puts out like stupid video essays.
But he can only do one a year.
Well,
it takes him so long.
But he could. But this video was how many fucking? How long is this video? 3 hours.
2 hours 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you made 15-minute video essays, you could have made like
one every 6 months.
Yeah, I mean you would have had
make a career on that.
You could have made probably one every 4 months or whatever else. 6. Yeah, one every. Yeah, probably not him, but still one every 6 months. I know guys who only make one a year and they have huge Patreons. Well, my buddy Tim Rogers, he makes one video a year. I think he gets like $40,000 on Patreon because he makes like this giant fucking documentary.
Yeah.
And instead, Maddox wastes all that time and energy to look like an idiot.
To convince people that I'm a jerk. Guess what? I'm a jerk. I'm even worse in real life.
Yeah, what is the accomplishment? What do you get? Is that everybody...
My character that I play is a jerk, and I'm a jerk in a totally different way.
Here's why he's like completely retarded. Okay, is that this video is directed at a very specific section of people. It's directed at people who already kind of know about what happened, but he wants to give his side of the story, right?
Right.
To change people's minds. They've come into this and they go, oh, Dick's in the right, Maddox is a cuck and an idiot. And Maddox goes, well, wait, hold on.
I'm not a cuck. I'm not a cuck.
I'm only kind of an idiot, right?
Even though there's nothing inherently wrong with that.
So the people that you're directing that out would be former fans of your podcast who know about the drama. But instead of directing that at them and trying to win them over, you take the entire list of a Facebook page, all the people that it's directed at that you're trying to win over.
Wait a minute,
you say, here are my stalkers and harassers.
I am the list. I did a face cut out of the list. I am the list.
Can you put me on there? You got to switch my camera over as well, you idiot.
Sorry. I'll come for you. You can beg me to. No one gets off the list. You were part of a hate mob because you joined a Facebook group in 2017 after your favorite podcast ended. So I doxed you.
How many people long is that list?
5,000.
So that's 5,000 people who are theoretically the intended audience of this video to go, hey guys, I'm not that bad. You've actually been sold a bill of lies by this crooked man. Also, you're all stalkers, and I've doxed all 5,000 of you, and you have to send me a groveling apology email
to get off this extortion list.
That was the stupidest part of the whole thing. I'm like,
he always goes after innocent people. That's like his whole deal. I heard Null talking about it, saying the problem with Maddox is he always goes after innocent people. He shouldn't do that. But he doesn't understand what is guilty or innocent. Like, he hates all of those fans because they liked me. That's why. He just hates them that they liked me and not him. So he thinks, so his mind is like, well, you're evil then. You're a racist. You're not. He put a fucking SS logo on top of that list saying if you employ these people, you should have a serious look at their fucking behavior.
Christ. Yeah, he also just goes way too hard with this guilt by association thing. Because people are asking him where they're like, well, what do you think about this guy? And it's like, well, he's friends with Dick, so I hate him.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, they're like, hey, you got really good skills. You should do something with... He takes it way too far. They're like, you should do something with Screenwave, the angry video game nerd or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I like the angry video game nerd, but he formerly employed Tony from Hack the Movies. And Tony from Hack the Movies is a known associate of Dick Masterson. And I'm like, so you're going to not collaborate?
You're not work with that famous guy because he employed Tony?
And Tony is a friend. Like, the web in his mind is basically anyone who can be remotely connected to you in any way.
It's fucking insane.
He has to cut all ties with, and they're technically part of a coordinated stalking group.
But then he goes... Then he doxes 5,000 people. He's like, why are people being mean to me? Like, what do you think, man? There's probably 2 murderers on that list, by the way. Statistically.
Couldn't you
just pissed off a lot of people, man.
And couldn't you have thought through, like, hey, out of these 5,000 people, maybe some of them will hear my message and change their mind.
What was the point of that?
Instead, you just burn the bridge with 5,000 people. Like, nobody goes, oh, cool, that guy who put me on a doxing list. I can't wait to hear his side of the story.
I guess it's good that he got it out of his system, but I think we were all...
No, he didn't get it out of his system. He says he's going to put out extended cuts of every chat. Maddox, just make anything, please. Please. Your videos are not that bad. You're kind of funny sometimes. Just make... I know you thought, like, being a banana was, like, the ticket.
It could have been.
Maybe.
It could have been.
Well, he should have made TikToks as the banana or whatever else. He could have
man, if you... Good luck suggesting that to him.
Yeah, good luck suggesting
I suggested that the Maddox Presents book series.
Right,
Did you see
I saw that.
That was we met because we had the same editor. And the editor suggested that. He's like, you should, this would be great for him. I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll write that up.
He's got a built-in audience.
Yeah.
He can promote it. He can bring the authors
He likes
on.
finding talent, too,
Yeah.
So that would, like, be good fun for him. He could make a lot of money. And I think he could still do it. Well, I mean, I don't know about now.
No, not now.
But he could have made a lot of money doing that.
Well,
$100,000 a book to write 20 pages. It's nothing.
Podcast network. That was a good idea. Just be a funny internet guy. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. Did
I made a stupid.
Already?
I think the show's. Yeah, we did the intro.
We did the intro.
I was gonna say I made it stupid. Make videos about Star Wars. Make videos. You like video games? Make some games about your videos about your favorite video games.
Yeah, Contra.
Stupid essays.
But he doesn't have good insights. That's the problem. You have good insights about media and stuff, and you have like.
Sometimes he picks a topic that like resonates. When didn't he shit on Ed Sheeran and he got a bunch of views or whatever? People liked that.
Yeah. Kinda.
So he's got his finger on some sort of pull. I mean, he is an old man. The problem is when you become an old man.
What's new.
Yeah, you're out of sync with.
It's
what
cool
people
when
are
you're 25 and you hate popular stuff. When you're 45, 50 and you hate popular stuff, it's like, well, you don't really get what makes it popular, though.
Yeah,
so
now you're just
work.
cranky.
Okay.
Maddox, just make some videos.
There's gonna be another one of me.
He made that video about kids, and then it didn't do that good.
Yeah,
and that must have broke him.
Yeah, probably.
He must have said, I'm done making comedy videos. It's like sometimes they're not going to hit, man. I don't know. It's a sad state
Can you
of
believe he got
affairs.
away with putting 50,000 N-words in the middle of his video on YouTube?
Well, it's a documentary,
So that's okay?
You have to document hate. It's very important.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's what we do on this show.
We're not. I
if
wouldn't
anyone
even
asks.
whisper the N-word on this show.
Yeah, we're not
Instantly
allowed.
canceled. Actual Illuminati says, I don't understand why you guys didn't do one problem before bringing Carl on.
Oh, God.
I was completely thrown off.
Shut the fuck up.
Because when I listened to this show.
It's all about the problems.
We all know that the winner of
guy.
the previous episode has to do their problem, so you can't just do Carl's problem because then I don't know who won the episode.
I hate you guys.
About that.
I'm making sure the audio's working good.
Oh, is it?
I'm just checking.
Okay. Sam Thomas, what is a mistake?
Someone says 4 people on Maddox's list are dead. So he's
A whole part, a guy that Maddox dedicates his video to is dead.
Yeah, Cantillions is dead. My stalkers are dead.
And Digibro's
That's how long
a
it took
woman
you to
now.
get. Yeah, also you misgendered Digibro.
You called a trans person a pedophile. That is extremely transphobic.
You are not progressive. You're a bad man. Digibro is now, of course, Trixie.
Yeah. Andrew Nunez says Dick's hair looks like pubes. Okay. No, Smella says, I'm confused. Was Carl on last week and did his problem win? Surely the only reason his problem would come first.
Okay, look. He had a limited win. This is so stupid. I'm not relitigating.
Was that good?
This.
Was that?
He was good.
I was really happy to talk to him and happy that he was on, but he was a little dry for some people, I think. Which is not his fault.
Yeah, it's our fault. Is that, I don't know. No. I think I have to preface to people that it's a comedy I don't know, man. Like, I guess here's the problem is I get into a story somewhere you're like, oh, this story is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, but I need to communicate to the audience up front, here's this story. It's because for me, I was like, this is great. I'm talking to Carl Jobst. I love this guy.
I was panicking like 2 minutes in because I'm like, uh-oh. Like, we haven't really explained why this is happening to people. I get it, and Vito gets it, but...
So I've learned something today, is that I should not assume that everybody is up to date on some fucking internet drama. Should have let into it more.
Well, we'll try it again. Guys, we like trying things. We like
I want to get Carl back on because he's great. And I think he also was like, wait, was that a comedy podcast? I'm like, oh, God, I probably should.
Didn't you give him your big document?
I gave him the big document.
I told you not to have a big document.
The document says hosted by 2 comedians, and it's called Biggest Problem. Like,
it's got to be microwave instructions.
Aren't all podcasts comedy podcasts?
To speedrunners? No. These motherfuckers are talking about, like, serious shit all day, like frame glitches and shit.
Anyway, if the show's not funny, it's our fault. Because we should be able to bring on serious guests, and we provide the humor.
Yeah, we got to give them a little bit more of a heads up, I think.
We'll figure it out.
Helmet Ricky, who's this guy? RTWI.
Ricky Retardo.
Helmet Ricky was hilarious until it reminded me of a brief period from my childhood where I spent 2 weeks or so. I played with my stopwatch nonstop for a couple of hours every day. Now I'm sad. Didn't I say his favorite app was a stopwatch?
Yeah, I start it. And then I see how high a number I can get, and then I stop it.
I mean, I went through that phase too. That's why I.
You went through an obsessive stopwatch phase?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like not like this fucking weird freak, but like it's just like, oh yeah, cool. Stop, time.
Awesome.
Stop.
Awesome.
Stop.
I think I had a watch, like a digital watch when I was a kid. Probably had a stopwatch function.
Yeah.
It's exciting to just play with technology when you're a kid.
I don't want to get back into it. I don't
something.
even use my... Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Time. I don't even use my stopwatch because I'm afraid of getting back into it. Hardcore. User says there's some great 3D modeling software for art references, relatively cheap too. You'd think Eric would be able to afford it with all that donation money. Yeah.
I've seen a couple preview pictures of AlphaCore, and...
it's kind of odd.
Yeah, the art is like... I mean, they might have cherry-picked some panels, we'll see. But... the art looks really bad.
I hate saying that, but because I don't really care about AlphaCore.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Chuck Dixon has a gushing letter at the end of it to Eric. So that's fascinating.
I think I honestly just got ruined by Cyberfrog. Where it
has actual art.
I mean, it's
drawn by an
beautiful.
artist.
Yeah. Every single thing in it.
Yeah, it's too much. You're like,
it is. It's overwhelming.
It's like going to like an art museum.
Even the horses. Let me see if they have any dicks on here. Horse dicks. Not really.
No horse dicks.
No, that's kind of a strike.
It is a lovingly detailed book as compared to the slop that is being churned out.
Waylon says Carl does 2 episodes of WATP a week, and that's not counting his spinoff show. So that's why he's ranking higher than us on... That's stupid.
Well, that makes me feel way better about his stupid Patreon numbers.
Yeah, it's not
because you got to do 2 episodes a week to make that money.
It's practically half.
We just shit one out.
Cut that Patreon.
And we're late
in half.
on our bonus episodes, and we don't even give a shit. We got to do a bonus episode.
Maddox did that to everybody.
Yeah. Well, everybody who's complaining that we haven't done a bonus episode, you got like 10 fucking dick appearances talking about the Maddox thing. So busy yourself with those. And then we do have one planned though. We've both been. I've been busy starving myself to death. And Dick's been busy fighting with the greatest
retard in
cuckold
history.
autist in the history of the internet. So please forgive us.
I didn't break up. He didn't break up with me. I broke up with
him. Dude, the part where he goes, the reason I didn't mention him in the last show is because he didn't show up. When it's like, you said you were ending the show. You didn't say we're going to do one final episode.
Oh, so he presents all those emails as out of order.
Out of order.
The one where he said, "Here's our schedule."
Yeah, he said, "Here's when we're doing this episode," and that was when the show was still going on.
Yeah,
and then he breaks up the show, and you're like, "Oh, the show's broken up." It was obviously I'm not
and
showing
the
up
only
to
thing
this
that
other.
changed was him finding out that my girlfriend and I, that his ex and I were still dating. And in the beginning of his end the show email, he says, "I haven't been able to sleep." Like he gives this whole thing. It's like,
because did he already confront you about the like stupid Reddit post where you said we're not friends?
we worked that
you guys
out.
had
Weeks
already
ago.
hashed that out
weeks ago.
And honestly, you read that and it's like, dude, he's joking. Like, obviously, I think you were still like
King Cuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you guys were like.
Well, he wouldn't let me host a show with that. Like that was bullshit. Especially after he kicked me off the previous show.
Yeah.
When we left the wedding in the first
place. What would you
place.
say at that point if somebody really asked you, like, hey, you guys are buddies, right? You would say, like, yeah, we're cool.
No, after episode 77, when Maddox called me after he was told that my girlfriend, that his ex and I left the wedding together.
Yeah.
And he scolded me for an hour on the phone about
for driving drunk or something.
No, about how it looked bad for him for that to happen. Because I said. The first thing he says is, "Well, did anything happen?" I'm like, "Nothing happened. No, I just drove her home. Lie."
So he really was just
and
like,
then he
upset.
said, "Well, this is like it's not okay because the appearances, like even if nothing happened, like it appears like something had happened, and that's not good for me." And then he's called
not good
her.
for him.
It's not good for him. Then he called her at work, at school. And ran her through the same 45-minute grilling. Like, well, did anything happen? Well, that doesn't look good for me.
You know what's wild is. Okay.
After that, friendship over. That was no done.
I had a friend. He dated a girl. They broke up, and then she started dating his roommate, which was also my roommate at the time. We all lived in the same house.
Yeah.
And my buddy who broke up with the girl was like, "This is awesome. You guys are great. You guys are great together. You're way better than we were." Yeah. And it was like the most positive fucking thing. And then they eventually went and got married. And my buddy was like best man at their wedding. And it was like no fucking problem. It was like, oh yeah, us together. That didn't really work out. But like, it's so cool that you're with my friend. And I still get to see you. And we're still buddies or whatever.
Honor killings, man. That's what Maddox wants.
It's obvious he was hung up on her.
Obviously.
Makes sense. Okay, I get it. I saw the pictures of him with her, and I'm like, he was batting outside his league when I look at that. It's this beautiful woman next to this like bald psychopath, like, hello, I have a show on the internet. I'm like, ooh, okay.
People send me that picture. I'm like, I might have taken that picture, Like I was at that. I knew these fucking people for years. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you're showing me like an old prom picture.
Respect and honor is like, it's what
that.
Yeah, if you are obsessed in life about respect, it's gonna lead you down.
Well, because it was a lie.
The worst path.
It was a lie. It was. It's not that it looked bad. It's like I realize that I look foolish now because I'm upset. I'm upset and in my feelings, so I'm gonna turn that. That's still your fault, and that's because of appearances. It's like, no, bro, you just like.
You're upset that you're not still with this girl.
And you currently have a girl living with you, so you better tuck that shit in and not you better deal with that shit fast, or else you're gonna piss her off big time.
Yeah, that's insanity. Is like, okay, man, so that means the girl you're with you don't like, clearly. Because you're obsessed over what other girls are doing. So I don't know, just go find another girlfriend that you do like. There's other girls, man. I don't fucking know.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
Ralph rewound time to do this. He said he was going to rewind time.
Yeah.
He might have been on Xanax still when he said it, but he did say it, and he did it, I believe.
Wait, how did Ralph rewind time?
He just said through the power of his will he was going to rewind time and bring back internet blood sports and Trump and all. And Elon. Then Elon bought Twitter, and all of these things are happening that are bringing us back to 2016.
Okay.
He did.
I thought you said we were inferring that Ralph was going to rewind time and undo all his bad relationships, but I guess that's not happening.
No.
See, he can only use his powers for certain
rewinding
things.
time so we can relive all the bad experiences we already had.
If he could rewind impregnating multiple women, that might be...
Why don't you impregnate those tacos?
Unfortunately, that's a little hard to undo.
Thank God he stopped drinking. That power has... Now he doesn't have that power anymore to rewind time again.
And he undid all his weight gain. He looks like a fucking rail.
He looks cool.
Yeah, he looks... He was, well... Back when he used to be skinny, he was a good-looking guy.
When he was in prison.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
He has a good look.
Oh, yeah.
But now that he's back to that. I mean, I got to be real, though.
It looks like a prick, too, so it looks good on him, right? He's like a...
All right, I wish I could have both, though. I like Skinny Ralph, but Fat Ralph is also fucking hilarious. Just Fat Ralph getting on the fucking kill stream going, listen, you son of a bitches. And I'm like, I kind of like... Fat Ralph has, like, that energy, you know? But Skinny Ralph looks good, and it's healthier.
Yeah.
We're all good. I think do you not miss a little bit?
Of course.
You're going to miss some Fat Ralph.
Of course, yeah. I need a new fat Southern friend.
I know.
Now. I can't take...
That's the thing, is a fat Southern guy, like, cursing at people.
Yeah.
There's a certain character there that
he goes harder on fat women, too, now. I can tell.
No,
I can tell he's holding himself back a little bit.
Now
he's like, boom! I'm like, wow. Okay. Do you want to do...
Were there any other comments we need to talk about?
I don't think so, unless you have some.
No. Who won?
Oh, shit. Did I not do that?
No.
Compulsive liars. And then ironic.
Won. Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Was.
And then Tiny House propaganda, and then Next Door apps. So you...
Tiny House so I'm the winner.
You're the winner. Big winner.
Yeah, nobody cares about your Next Door app. Or the problem with Nextdoor is you're going on there causing trouble. That's the reason you're not enjoying the app.
And I got duped into getting these poison persimmons.
Oh, really?
What a fucking dupe.
Was the dog trying to eat them or something?
No, they're just not any good. And we went to go pick them because they were listed on Nextdoor app.
Yeah.
This old lady tricked us
she
into...
said, come pick my flowers?
Come pick the persimmons. They're not flowers, it's a tree.
Is that the, like, little green thing? What's a persimmon?
They're orange. They're like
kind
of chalky.
Yeah.
So we got home and ate them, and they taste like like wine residue. It's
are you supposed to just
disgusting.
eat them raw? I thought you're supposed to like cook with them or something.
Yeah, but not if they don't taste good raw.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man.
I don't know. I've never picked a persimmon. Look at you living your little perfect little home life.
I'm doing it out of
that you
spite.
stole from Maddox. Okay, Maddox could be traversing his beautiful sunny hilltop neighborhood picking persimmons, and you took that all away, and he's trapped in a box with a slime blanket and no girlfriend that I know of, making fucking stupid TikTok videos and complaining about you.
Oh, man.
I guess that leads into my problem.
Yeah.
Dick, have you ever had a thought or image pop in your head that surprised or disturbed you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we might call... an intrusive thought.
Oof.
Intrusive thoughts are ideas and images that come to your mind uninvited and typically unwanted. These thoughts may be violent or sexual in nature, frightening, related to a phobia or a deep-seated fear. They may inspire disgust, embarrassment, shame, or if you're a religious person, they might have a blasphemous thought. You might curse God or
gay
something.
stuff.
Right.
Eyeball stuff. Catching my eyeballs on nails. If I ever see a nail, I'm like, fuck, stop.
Is that really
stop.
a thing for you?
If I see a nail sticking out of a wall,
you worry that your eye is going to go into it?
I'll just start walking at it with my eye. Like,
you know, that's one of Tony's, like, he's constantly talking about how afraid he is of getting his eyeball stabbed.
He will.
Next
time I see him, he'll get his eyeball
Well, no,
stabbed.
he has, actually, but he was afraid of it before it happened.
Now it happened?
He said he has a phobia of getting his eye stabbed, and then, like, for some reason, he's had multiple instances where his eye has gotten, like... stabbed or poked or something.
See, he's like me. He sees it and he's like, oh, can we get over there?
And then I made him watch the Evangelion movie. He hates movies that have a scene where somebody's eye gets gouged out. And then I made him watch the Evangelion movie where the robot gets its eye jammed into.
I think my dad told me about some stupid French movie,
La
Chienne Andalou or something, that he saw when he was a kid that gave him an eye phobia. And then I've had an eye phobia since then. I was like, what the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Like for laughs?
I don't know. Okay. I have this weird, I think I don't have it any longer.
Yeah.
But like whenever I would see like a sharp knife or something, I'd be like, man, I hope that thing gets nowhere near my penis. I was always like, I really hope that a knife doesn't cut off my penis.
I've never had that one.
I know. I don't know where that comes from. Lately, I think it's finally gone now. But I would just see a sharp. I think it's because I would like walk around in the kitchen in like my underwear to like get something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a knife there. I'm like, oh God, what if that knife falls off the thing and like hits the ground and bounces up and just slices my penis pure off? That would be an intrusive thought.
Tipping over the railing on the stairs in one spot, I always want to do that.
You always
want to jump over that. Not the balcony, not down the stairs, but this one part of the railing.
And then there's the fun intrusive thoughts, like when you're stopped at a stoplight and like a bunch of kids, you know, with the crosswalk lady.
And you want to molest
just starts
them.
walking across. No.
I can make those jokes.
You can. I always go like, man, if I really wanted to, I could just like completely end my life right now. Like I literally could take the least amount of effort, hit the gas pedal, kill like 10 kids and go to jail forever. And it would take almost no effort.
No effort.
It's crazy that you have that control, right?
I hate it.
It drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Or being on a tall building, being like, I could just throw myself off and nothing could stop me. I guess my point is that I see the Maddox documentary and I start having intrusive thoughts about, well, what if I torpedoed a popular podcast over some stupid petty drama? Or what if I see a guy like Boogie and I go, what if I just ate like an idiot and completely, you know, became a big fat piece of shit and just ruined my life entirely?
I go, well, it's Monday afternoon. What if I just do a little bit of cocaine? That's no big deal.
I see all these guys and I get here. I'm terrified. Here's why Maddox drives me nuts.
He made a lot of bad choices.
Yeah, but I make bad choices.
No, man. He made like the way he presents stealing the feed, that was the worst. That was the start where he wanted to have ads on his podcast. So he said, well, I'm going to take the feed.
So did that make it so you couldn't use the feed to get to the old were the old episodes still on there?
No. He took the old feed that everybody had installed on their phones, wiped it out, and put his one new episode of his podcast on.
That's fucking insane.
That pissed everybody off.
Yeah, because that makes no sense. Like, if you're a fan of the show, you want to listen to old episodes and shit.
That's what I told him.
If you buy a Simpsons DVD box set, you don't one day put the DVD in, and then it's like,
Alf,
hey, you're watching the Cleveland show, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? I want the Simpsons.
But he needed that ad revenue, man. Like, ironically, putting ads on his podcast caused all of this.
Yeah, finally putting ads up.
A ton of people told him not to do that. I told him not to do that. Randy told him not to do that. Everybody told him not to do that. And fans, when they saw it, they were fucking pissed. And when I fired up the next episode, I said, he fucking stole it. What do you want me to do? That's true. He fucking stole it.
I think there could have been a reasonable compromise where each of you gets to add a little thing.
That's what I said.
That says, Maddox puts up one and he goes, hey, if you enjoyed The Biggest Problem in the Universe, come on over to the feed for my new thing.
My new show.
You can put up one that goes, hey, it's me, Dick.
Yeah.
I've also got a new show. Come check it out over here.
If he would have done that, it would have been fine too. But he wiped it out.
Thanks for being fans of the show. Mm-hmm. But again, I see what Maddox is doing. And I also see guys like Boogie. I see all these guys who have like fucked up their little internet careers.
He's so bitter about his audience, though.
Does he hate his audience?
Because remember when he's doing the documentary, right? Yeah. This is going to be a totally honest documentary. And then he goes to get a job and he's doing like bits.
He's doing a shtick.
And then afterwards he goes, well, I have 4 million subscribers. Like, I'm not getting a job. It's like, well, then what was that, man? Like, do you think you're better than us? Like, do you think you're better than people that have jobs? Because you're not. You're worse. You entertain them. You're a fucking clown. You're worse than them. You might have more money, but you're worse.
The thing about Boogie that's bizarre is I don't even think he knows. He switches between, oh my God, I love my audience. You guys keep me going. You know, you're everything to me.
Yeah.
And then like, hey, here's a bunch of people for me to exploit for money. And
yeah.
Again, it comes down to that parasocial thing where like and then I start having intrusive thoughts where I'm like, again, that's what drives me crazy. Is like, you know, people send me like a message and like, oh, Vito, I love you on this show.
I want to be your
rent boy. And part of me
boy.
is like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. I want you to let me be your fucking rent boy and dress me up like a maid and whatever. And part of me is like, oh, that's so endearing and nice, thank you.
Yeah.
And there's like this secret, sneaky part of me that's like, I've emotionally manipulated this person into believing they like me because I'm a totally unlikable piece of shit, and I'm using them or whatever. And then I'm like, no, you don't actually think that. Like, you like, I don't know, man. It's
the thought crime people bother me so much because of this topic, intrusive thoughts. Because if you tell someone like, imagine everything evil,
right?
Like they will instantly do it. Like there's no, you can't say that some people are obsessed with it and they're compelled to do it and whatever. But you can't say that you're that different than them. It's just a degree.
I see like Maddox is self-destructive. Like I understand this belief of like, I'm the victim here and no one else understands it. Now, clearly Maddox is a victim of his own making. Like, you did this because you acted like an idiot. You were petty and jealous. You destroyed a good thing. And then you, at every turn, thought you were morally justified. Again, with the feed. Yeah. I'm morally justified to delete all the old episodes because this is my show. I was the popular one. I made it happen.
Want the feed,
the fans should be my fans.
Yeah.
Dick just, betrayed me, so I'm owed everything.
Yeah.
And when someone goes, well, you're not owed everything. Like, Dick, made that show happen. You're each equally a part of it. You don't own it. Like, that's the other thing. In his documentary, he goes like, it's my show. I own it. It's like he still believes that show would have worked with anyone else.
But it didn't.
No, it didn't, because he made another podcast and it sucked. He thinks like, oh, I could have pulled anyone off the street, and as long as I was there, it would have been just as successful, if not more so. And it's like, no. It's one of these guys who doesn't realize, like, when you strike gold, there's some guys who strike gold and they go, oh my God, I've struck gold. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and I'm going to treasure this gold forever.
Yeah.
And there's other guys who strike gold and they go, easiest thing in the world. Being a miner, so simple.
Piss it away.
I'll just pick any rock in the world, hit it with a stick, and gold will come pouring out of it.
That's what kind of pisses me off, like about Eric July, to unite all the villains together, is that ISOM 1 is such a gold strike.
Yes.
Like, a lot of things came together to make that. To behave in the way he has and argue with us, of all people,
right,
has been just wasting it and treating it like it's a reliable source of, like, lightning every year. Like, well, I'll always get $4 million. These fucking people will buy
I always
anything.
compare it to the MC Hammer, man. It's like MC Hammer goes, it only goes up from here. Spend all the money. It's going to be hammer time for the rest of existence. And it's like, bro, all you needed to do was go, I'm going to make a comic, maybe 2 comics a year. I'm going to hire an artist. I'm going to hire a letterer.
Yeah.
Instead, he goes like, yeah, I'm going to, again, it's these guys who think, I've struck gold once, maybe even twice. Eric July is a guy who struck gold a couple times. He's got a popular YouTube channel. He's got a popular comic book. Maddox is a guy who struck gold a couple times, okay? He had a popular website, popular podcast. And then these guys get in their head. They're like, I'm a genius. I'm a once-in-a-lifetime man of all talents. Nothing I do can ever fail, and it only goes up from here. Mm-hmm. And as somebody who has watched World War II documentaries more than once,
Nazi.
Okay,
typical Nazi,
typical Nazi, as Maddox would say, one of your many Nazi followers. You go, hey, that Hitler guy was on a roll for a while. People said, well, you can't just take that over. Boom, take it over. Well, you can't just rush a bunch of tanks into there. Boom. Okay, Hitler was high on his own supply, and they went, land war in Russia in winter?
No problem.
Simple.
Boom.
Easy. Okay.
You guys just see how well I can speak? Well, I mean, I don't think that's going to cut it, buddy.
I'm a great public speaker, wrote a great book.
Awesome mustache.
Made some cool tanks.
Everyone loves my book.
Yeah, everyone loves my book. Land war in Russia. Let's do it. Okay? And that's what these guys don't realize is like, yeah, you can get lucky a couple times, and you do have probably some innate talent that enables you to exist or whatever.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you have to understand that every fucking thing you attempt is a new and unique risk that could collapse on itself at any point. And I guess that's why maybe I don't have to worry about turning into Maddox. Is because
you realize that.
Yeah, because I'm terrified of everything I do. Okay? Everything I go into, I go, this is going to fail, and I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to die penniless in a gutter, and that's it. Okay, whereas guys like Boogie go, I'll just get the gastric bypass and then I can eat whatever I want forever. It's like, no, that can fail too. You have to like
I'll
maintain.
start dating this fucked up 20-year-old.
Yeah, nothing bad will ever happen if I date a 20-year-old woman who wants to be my nurse and my angel of death.
Well, that's why we all
whatever.
hate liberals, Vito, because you want to create an America where people are allowed to do that.
That's
just
true.
fuck up
I
and be
know.
retarded and then not suffer consequences.
People should be punished for their hubris, and I accept that.
Okay, is that your problem?
Intrusive thoughts.
That's a good one.
I don't want
Everyone list your intrusive thoughts. Super chat us your intrusive thoughts.
I'm still worried.
I know they're all about sucking dicks, and none of you will admit that either.
I did have someone tell me, they're like, listen, I watched that Maddox documentary, and you need to watch out for Dick. He's dangerous. And I went, I don't think it's that bad. It's like, he'll betray you or something. I'm like, maybe.
He was showing the
I'm
finances.
like, I'll probably betray him before that, you know?
Yeah, he was showing the finances, the spreadsheets, and I'm like, oh, Vito's gonna love this because I've fucked up every spreadsheet that I've sent Vito.
Yeah. I'll send you spreadsheets, and then you send me an email, and you're like, hey, asshole, you owe me an extra $5,000. And I'm like, Dick, I don't owe you another $5,000. And then I like point you to it, and you're like, oh, never mind, we're good. Yeah, so.
I have an accountant, I don't do math.
Yeah, it was pretty great when you're like, dude, you forgot to give me the YouTube money. Like, you didn't. I'm like, dude, it's on
right
the
there.
spreadsheet. You're
Never
like,
mind.
Never mind. Yeah. If anything, I'm the one
He
who's
says
like,
I stole $74.
yeah, that's the stupidest. $300, and it's like a
If you're
rounding
gonna say somebody
error.
stole Bitcoin, just say Bitcoin. Don't say, well, they stole Bitcoin and $74.
And 74.
Like, well, now it seems kind of weird.
Here's the other problem with Maddox. It's like, don't ever make a 3-hour thing about every little thing someone's, because it's just whatever legitimate grievance you might have. It's like, yeah, but you also called everyone a Nazi, so I just don't even care.
Yeah.
It's like, look, there's probably some shit you did that you might regret.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay, it was a contentious situation. Everybody was flinging shit. But also, it was like how many years ago at this point? 7 years? The show ended in 2016, right?
Yeah, show ended in 2016.
So some of the shit, it's like, okay, 7 years ago, Dick said something that was kind of mean. Whatever. Like, that's just the thing that happens.
And this is, by the way, everybody, all of my friends are all calling me a psychopath and a sociopath behind my back. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I probably would have gone insane as well. And then especially puts out that video, and it's like, all right. War is on.
Stealing the feed was big.
Yeah.
And then when he
put out his
used
video,
when he did the rape list video and said that I ran a rape list, that pissed everybody off beyond
well, that's the other thing is that like everything he's mad about, it's like
you did that.
You pissed off your fan base.
Yeah.
They were your fans and they liked you, but they also liked this other guy.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like I could be a big fan of Yogi Bear, but if Yogi Bear killed Boo Boo, I would be mad at Yogi Bear. What?
That's my Boo Boo.
It's my Boo Boo. I can do whatever I want to Boo Boo. All right? It's like,
yeah, but you don't understand. He stole the Bitcoin. I'm like, no.
You killed Boo Boo, and now I'm mad at you. And I might leave negative reviews of your fucking book.
You know what? You're all banned.
I don't know why I went to Yogi Bear, but it works.
It's funny. It's called comedy.
It's called comedy.
Something Maddox just forgot how to, because he never knew how to do it.
Right.
He's doing tweets. Look at how many tweets he had. It's the size of Niagara Falls and the Parthenon. And
well, as Dick says, we're going to be talking about Maddox tonight. Please super chat your Maddox-related questions. Or your congratulations for my weight loss, which I'm sure has gone swimmingly at the end of the show.
Right here.
We'll see. Let's just say I did my best. And no one's allowed to give me shit about that.
Well, you did your best this week.
Oh, whatever.
I mean,
I did pretty good throughout. I had
keep doing
some
it?
hang-ups.
We should do a thing where people can pay for you to weigh yourself.
Yeah, that would
week.
be every 100, like
$100
$50 I get on the scale. And you can shame me for it.
That would keep you honest, right?
That might be. That's a good bit. We need a list of like things you can super chat for.
Okay,
we got to figure that out.
Let's do it.
What's your problem, Dick?
Chump Syndrome.
Chump Syndrome.
Yeah. Probably showing up at somebody's house and shooting through their door.
Wow, you hopped on this topic quick.
I just see what these guys are doing for women. It's like, wow.
Didn't this happen like an hour ago? And you went, oh, that's a good problem for the show.
Yeah, because I saw him do it. I'm like, oh, fuck, that could be Maddox any day now.
Yeah.
If this video doesn't work, he's going to show up with a fucking shotgun. And
Maddox is not a gun guy, right?
I don't think so.
He's like a traditional pussy kind of. Well, is Maddox liberal? Was he liberal? Yeah.
He was.
He started off more like.
He started more liberal, and then he got very virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Once he moved to LA.
Well, for people who don't know what you're talking about, Dick.
Hunter Avalon and his.
Who is Hunter Avalon?
A guy, I don't know.
He's like
a liberal guy.
I think he's a bread tuber, one of these like commie YouTube guys.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah, I think bread tube. I forget what it refers to. But
he's just a guy that
mostly like communist.
His girlfriend broke up with a guy, and then they got together, Hunter Avalon and this woman, and then the ex-boyfriend.
Hold on. So a girl broke up with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the girl is like a popular Twitch streamer,
Holly?
it seems like.
Is that her name?
I think so. Holly is her name. Yeah.
Holly?
I don't know her Twitch name.
Okay.
And is her boyfriend, or is her former boyfriend, was he like a Twitch guy or something?
No, I think he was like a game developer, maybe.
Okay.
Some kind of programmer.
So either way, it was one of these traditional fallings out where the girl goes, my boyfriend is an abusive piece of shit. I'm leaving him.
And for some reason, everyone on the left believes that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone on the right goes, nah, we don't believe you, bitch.
And within the month is dating popular YouTuber Hunter Avalon. He's a pretty well-known
like saying,
guy.
debate me, bro.
Yeah.
On what? I don't know.
I mean, it's got to suck when your girlfriend breaks up with you and immediately shacks up with some fucking YouTube guy. However,
see, now you see what.
There's a way to handle that situation.
It's not showing up with
should not be laughing.
It's not showing up with a shotgun.
Don't show up with a shot. Did you know what happened before he showed up with the shotgun?
He put air tags.
He put air tags
Show me
in
where you
her
live.
luggage to track his ex-girlfriend to figure out where she was going.
Only a developer would.
Only a game developer would think this many steps ahead.
Developer.
He's probably he's got. I mean, that's a good quest. That's like a good GTA mission.
Quest.
Yeah, put a tracker in this guy's luggage so you can figure out what house he's going to next. So use the mini map to find Hunter Avalon.
And then he shows up with
a shotgun, a loaded shotgun,
and then he shoots through the door.
Yeah,
and shoots her.
Shoots her,
which is a.
Let's be clear, she's alive, and she was. It seems like she only got hit in the leg. She's
already got a GoFundMe. Okay, nope, don't worry.
Does she have a GoFundMe?
She had it
good
before she even put
the first piece of shrapnel.
She got the GoFundMe up.
Yeah. Fires the shotgun through the door.
Shoots
we
her
assumed
in the leg.
to try and kill Hunter Avalon.
Yeah,
because that's what all the texts he was sending were saying. Instead, he hits her.
So then she and him run out to the back balcony because they're liberals. So the guy doesn't have a gun.
How did this guy? Did he just give up after he shot through the door? Because he could have burst in and like killed them both. He must have.
Maybe he just didn't have the strength.
He
to
was
kick
still.
the door
Did
down.
you see he was still texting her after he shot the gun?
Yeah, and she's like, "Surrender. I'm gonna bleed to death on the patio." And he goes, "Why don't you just leave him?" She goes, "I will if you surrender."
What
I'm
a fucking. After you shoot the gun through the door is not the time to start texting her and being like, well, I feel like I've made my point.
That was my favorite part. I was like, there's texts. What?
You texting?
And I like that Hunter Avalon had her in front of the door while they were on the balcony.
Hey, man.
Which is smart because like he doesn't want to kill her.
He doesn't want
to
kill her. If he sees her, he might not shoot again.
Smart.
Yeah.
But looks bad.
So the guy shoots through the door, hits
I'd rather
the girlfriend.
look bad than be dead, though.
Then starts sending his, that's just how it goes texts. And then the cops show up.
And who Hunter Avalon also hates.
Yeah, well.
But I hate him too.
We all hate the cops, but in this case, they killed this guy who was trying to kill this YouTuber and
Chump Syndrome. Throw it all away. Don't throw it all away for a woman. That's crazy. Come on, man.
There's multiple situations where if there's a girl
just go fucking
that you like and she goes fucks another guy, maybe find something else to do.
Be done with that shit, man.
Yeah, I think ending your
it's
life
not a dog,
is,
it's a cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Suicide is probably not, or suicide by cop, it seems like, is the one way to handle it.
Yeah.
Another way is to be a petulant.
Just go to strip club, bro. Relax. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, did he rub one out and go, hey,
why am I doing all this shit?
Yeah, I could just jerk off.
You think he posted that video and then, like, at some point, Maddox clicked upload on that video and was like, okay.
It's finally done.
And then there's 2,000 comments like acting like he's a rape survivor. Like, oh, I'm so sad I'm so.
Well, yeah, because he's deleting any comment that calls him a fucking loser and a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's the thing is you scroll through the comments and you're like, oh, he's deleted anything that is even mildly critical of him. So yeah, don't bring a shotgun.
Don't make a video about.
Don't make a video
You
about
dumped her. She didn't dump you. 12 years after it happened, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that 1 year after. Definitely don't do it 12 years.
Yeah. The actual solution is to just go get
everybody,
a different girlfriend.
She didn't dump me.
I dumped
her 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking crazy that you would say that right now.
And he had.
And she's a pedophile because of Digibro.
Right.
Whoa!
She bought Digibro a cheeseburger, so that means she's basically didn't even buy her a cheeseburger. See, he's got
Digibro's not a pedophile.
No. And also the fact that Marie hung out with them.
Whoa! What is it? Just a free for all now?
You know what? Maddox put that in his video, and it's got me all. I'm sorry. I just watched the documentary, and there's all sorts
It's crazy
of names
after
in there.
because he put her picture all over it. I was like, well, we can post pictures of us now. Like, there's no reason because we've always just not because it's too many weirdos.
But at this point, it's like whatever.
It's like, yeah, who cares?
There's
but
a video with 100,000.
Also in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but I hate when comedians do that when they get a girlfriend and they like post it. I'm like, oh, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, I think once there's a video with like 50,000 views on there, you can be mad at that rather than fucking me for doxing or whatever.
No, you got to be.
I don't get a pass.
You got to lock it down.
I'm trying my best. Anyway,
it's not funny then. You got to use nicknames because it's funny then. That's where Maddox fucks up too. Use people's real names. It's not funny.
This whole situation is don't be a chump.
That's why I got my Maddox defense system right here.
Has Maddox so
loaded?
Maddox had that Jess girl for a second. She was crazy.
You think she liked being used as a meat shield in this 3-hour video?
Yeah, do you like?
She's married.
That's the other thing is that he goes. Now listen, I don't approve of her calling around to places to try and get Dick's girlfriend fired. But that's not my fault. It's like,
it's 100% his fault.
Hold on.
He forced her to do it.
Well, also, let's be clear. He says that it's not his fault when his girlfriend that he lives with does crazy shit, but it's your fault when anonymous internet weirdos you've never met in real life
say the
post
N-word.
shit on 8chan. That's directly your fault. My girlfriend, I can't tell her what to do. I don't know what she's doing at any point in time.
I don't know where she got the names of all these schools.
Hey, some guy on the internet posted something. That's Dick's fault. He did it. That's directly him. And it's like, what the fuck?
If you want to support Vito's comments, go to patreon.com/biggestproblem.
Yes, please do. Yeah, he says you're responsible for everything, but he's not responsible for anything.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, nothing
not even
at
himself
all.
Stealing the feed.
Yeah.
Not even his own fucking lawsuit.
I can't be responsible if you get kicked out of UCB. You did it. You did that. You knew who would see that video. You knew that it's all a bunch of LA pussy liberals. You go, a rape list? I don't know what that is, but I hate it. The part where he go, okay.
You know that guy that you guys have known for like 8 years? He's a rapist. Oh, wow. Get rid of him.
I promise not every problem on this episode
we're
is going
done
to be about
after this
Maddox,
one.
but
it's just so crazy.
Bro, the part where he goes...
Vito, I've been talking about it for 8 years, so don't worry.
The part where he's posted this on Twitter before, he was so elated when there was that mass shooter...
Yeah.
And there was like some random thing about how the mass shooter had a list of like girls he wanted to rape.
Yeah.
And something just snapped in Max's brain. He's like, finally, I can explain to everyone why a rape list is so... it could lead to murder. And you're like, what? Because one guy somewhere did something stupid.
Did he want to rape Bugs Bunny in a dress
know.
also?
Dude, yeah, that he tries to connect you to mass murderers.
Hitler.
Yeah. You're going to start a shooting
It says
spree.
it's a Nazi book burning that we were doing. I'm not understanding that the purpose of the Nazi book burning was to get rid of like the writing.
Yeah, it wasn't until like
the thoughts. They banned those books.
Yeah.
It wasn't burning it for fun, and then you can just go to Walmart and buy another one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maddox. Did we burn too many books that nobody can get it anymore? Did we outlaw fuck whales or whatever?
Like, that's not what the Nazis were. That's not the worst thing Hitler did.
I can't believe that he tries to go.
He burned 6 million books? What? No, it's Jews, actually. What?
See, that's the problem with this whole thing is that he just be real, but he has to make these insane comparisons where he goes, and the reason the rape list is bad is because it leads to mass murder. And the reason burning my book is bad is because that's what Nazis do. And it's just like... the reason sleeping with my girlfriend is bad is because Satan would do that. You know, it's like, okay, man, you don't need to make these like wild comparisons that compare your situation to being on par with the suffering of the Jews and the whatever during the Holocaust. Just say, yeah, he was a dick and he was, you know, in our show.
I can't believe people are allowing the SS shit. Like, you guys are. He put an SS logo on top of all these fans.
Yeah.
That's way worse than that's way worse than the Daily Stormer. They're doing it ironically, partially.
Yeah.
This is just straight up SS logo.
He did nail it. He did nail it. You did hang out with Nick Fuentes, though.
I love him.
No,
I'm not going to disavow Nick Fuentes, even if it will
disavow Nick Fuentes.
Even if it will help me, Vito. That's how deep my
Nick Fuentes sucks. He does have you there. Nick Fuentes is just the worst.
You can't treat a kid
you
like
only
you
like him because he's funny.
He is very funny. I rank funniness over everything.
I know you do.
He has excellent political insights. I don't agree with.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
What
he does.
What are his excellent political insights?
If you say them in a normal way.
See, that's what it always is. It goes, no, he's just speaking in code. If you really nail it down, he's just talking about we need to rein in the economy. It's like he said we need to burn a bunch of people in it. No, that was a metaphor or whatever. Stop with this.
You can say anything you want. You can say anything you want. The government should never treat someone like that, especially a kid. It's just totally unconscionable. Say whatever you want.
Kid. He's
you
like
can't,
25.
But they started when they made him. You know, they turned him into this by pushing him into the fringes where he has to adopt the extremes.
I'm just giving Maddox more fodder for his next video. Your full-throated defense of Nick Fuentes.
Should I just do a whole Hitler salute? I'm surprised you didn't put my dog doing a Roman salute.
Well, that's the other thing is I watch that video. I'm like, oh man, there's like some good stuff he's missing. He should be listening to every episode of this.
And
show.
Ralph didn't get any credit.
Ralph
didn't
used
get all these Killstream clips, and Ralph didn't get any credit.
Well. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised.
Mr. Plagiarism.
I'm glad that I showed up too late in the game to get my own chapter because I'm pretty sure Maddox would have said, Andy does a podcast with a known sexual
pedophile.
deviant. Yeah,
Who hit a cop.
He nails
Our boys in blue. God bless
spent
him.
all this time nailing Digibro to the wall. I'm like, I escaped that treatment. All right, what's your problem?
Well, Chump Syndrome.
Chump Syndrome. If a girl leaves you, the worst thing you can do is make a video about it. The second worst thing you can do is try to kill her with a shotgun.
It's a
little bit better than what Maddox did, but it's still bad.
If you're gonna shoot her, you gotta.
No. Okay, that is disavowed 100%. Man, you're just giving Maddox everything right now. All right, what is my second problem here? Oh, okay, Dick, I went to see the new Godzilla movie.
Oh.
Have you seen anything about that movie?
Just that Godzilla's pink?
No, that's the new one. That's the one that isn't out yet.
Oh.
That's the American Godzilla.
How many fucking Godzilla movies do we need?
Well, Japan makes Godzilla movies and America makes Godzilla movies. The Japanese ones, I think, are better. The American ones are like...
I feel like America should only make King Kong movies. That it's kind of like
they've jammed Godzilla with King Kong now, and they're friends in the American ones.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. In the trailer, they're gonna fight.
Wait, is that where they're
big.
both running?
Yeah, they're both running because they're like
stupid.
buddies. Yeah.
Godzilla should be running like an iguana, not like a fucking.
You kind of have a good point.
They should be running. They should both be running like the Bushwhackers.
Yeah, and Godzilla has a giant robot arm now. Or sorry, King Kong is a robot arm.
What?
Regardless, we're not talking about the new American Godzilla. We're talking about the new Japanese Godzilla movie, which is taking theaters by storm on only a $15 million budget. This movie looks incredible. I don't know how the Japanese are doing it so cheaply. I guess they just work for nothing because it looks like a full-on Hollywood. Well,
you know what they don't have.
All right. Anyway, I enjoyed. This is a film, and I won't give too many spoilers, but it's set in the aftermath of World War II. It's called.
Is this a plug? Did you get paid for this?
Go and see it now at a Regal Theater. No. It's called Godzilla -1 because it's technically like a prequel to the original Godzilla. It's like...
Oh, fuck off. That's why it says that?
Godzilla -1? Yeah, I think so. It's like there's Godzilla, and then there's...
Is there already a Godzilla 0?
There's probably I think there is a Godzilla 0.
Is there at the end, is like in Prometheus, does Godzilla go like, and like get formed?
I think you're right. I think there is a Godzilla 0 in Japan. I haven't seen that one.
They should do Godzilla -2.
Yeah, well, then you can go even farther back. Anyway, this is in the aftermath of World War II, so it deals a lot with, obviously, Japan after the war. The main character is suffering. He was a soldier and all the people who died and families and whatever else. And I'm watching this movie.
Nukes.
Yeah, nukes, of course. There was nukes. And also just regular fire bombings and shit. Japan lost a ton of people. And I watched
Didn't
this
they
movie.
kill and rape a bunch of Chinese people, or was that a different war?
Well,
I'm just curious.
Japan.
I don't care.
That was a different group of
I don't know
Japanese
them.
people. Not every Japanese person.
Those guys were all
helped
friends of
rape
Maddox. Fuck 'em.
Nanking. But you know what? That is a terrible thing that happened. So I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, wow, the main character's struggle feels very real to me. You know, he's seen so many people die. His country's been bombed to hell.
Yeah.
Like, he's real, and this is a real, I'm like, because I was thinking about, like, Marvel movies, and I'm like, how come I never identify with the characters in those?
You can't.
You can't.
They're just, like, absurd.
Well, yeah, but my thought was, part of the problem is that all the, like, Marvel characters are, like, Americans. So anything they're suffering, it's like, oh, I'm kind of like, my daughter is, like, estranged from me now.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, oh, man, it's hard to run this giant Apple-type fucking corporation. Me, Tony Stark. Oh, my God, I make billions of dollars from weapons.
Yeah.
And I went,
my butt stinks.
all the problems they're dealing with is like stupid family shit. It's not the loss of millions of lives like other countries. So my problem...
They should do a Godzilla in Palestine.
Well, my problem is American privilege, is that we...
Yes, it is. That's your entire party platform, Vito.
Well...
You want to end the American privilege.
I don't want to end the American privilege, but I think that it needs to be acknowledged and talked about. And it's part of the problem that we as Americans, no matter like what... Shut up. No, you'll like this problem, okay?
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because all the people who complain about, oh, America is so racist and there's no opportunities and it's the worst country in the world.
You see the Chinese video and the black people get off the bus, like the basketball team get off the bus and they're just yelling the N-word.
Yeah. You go, if you really think about it, all these people will go, oh my God, America, and we treat... minorities so badly and whatever else. It's like, bro, this is infinitely better than like 99% of the planet.
We actually made a whole stratosphere of only minorities so the government could use them to control every aspect of American corporate life called DEI.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually...
You guys are doing great.
You're doing great.
We're
way better than you should be doing.
Way up higher than maybe some of you need to be lifted. I got a couple stats. The point is, I've always felt. Shut up. They're not those kind of stats. I've always felt this way though, where I'm like, I'll be like, oh man, I can't believe like, I got to go to work in the morning, or like, oh, I can't believe, I go to the store and they're sold out of whatever sugary fucking.
Has your water fast made you feel like this?
No, this is
you
always,
had to like resist temptation for a couple days.
Well, because I've always had this like thing is like at the end of the day, I always go, bro, you're a white guy living in America. Like, no matter what happens, you're going to have a pretty good time. It's like, I always bring up the point of like, if I want a cookie, no matter what time of day, it can be 3 a.m. If I want a cookie, I can just get one.
And throw it away.
This cookie
sucks.
In other countries, if you want a cookie, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime treat. Like, the cookie man comes to your village and you spend all your fucking mud dollars to get that once-a-year cookie or something. For me, I just a constant excess. Anything I want, access to medical care.
This is capitalism, though.
Yeah,
That's
capitalism.
what it made.
Yeah,
that's what gave us this.
But that's the problem is that we always go looking to be like, we have to complain about it for some, oh man, life sucks and like prices or what, inflation or whatever.
Could be better.
Gas price. It could
be better.
But it's still pretty fucking good.
No, you shouldn't compare yourselves to other people in good and bad.
The average life expectancy in the United States, Dick, you want to guess?
81?
You were actually close before. 73.5.
Oh, wow.
Other countries, if you go to Japan, it can get up to like 80-something or whatever.
Yeah.
But compare that to Somalia, 53, Nigeria,
53,
52,
really?
and Chad, 50. That's the average life expectancy. Imagine if I told you, hey, at 50, you're going to just fucking die because you live in Chad. Congrats. You'd probably be pretty pissed about that. You'd be like, fuck,
I got 7 years left.
Yeah, you got 7 years left.
Oof.
Have fun with them.
I don't know if I'm not going to be able to see all of Maddox's videos about me.
You're going to miss out on all the fun. Average salaries, Dick.
Yeah.
United States. You got any idea?
Average salary?
This is average.
$45,000.
It's actually, because average, it gets brought up a lot because all the big-time guys.
Really?
I should have got the
than
median.
That?
Yeah, it's $76,000.
Huh. Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
Well, average, you got to consider all the 1% brings it up. Regardless, let's compare a couple other of our neighbors. Even if you went to Canada, you're immediately going down to $53,000. You're losing, what is that, $23,000 just by crossing a border to Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, you talk about China. Canada's taking
fucked.
Yeah, well,
they're so fucked.
Did you know the UK? It's 48,000. It's even lower.
That's really low.
That's really low. Average UK. Although they got a lot of immigrants now, probably bringing it down.
Yeah, they have a pretty big problem over there.
Meanwhile, you really want to dig into it. Palestine, average salary, $4,600.
What's Israel's average salary?
I have Pakistan, $1,580. I didn't get Israel.
$1,580?
$1,580 a year in Pakistan. Yeah. Meanwhile, of course, the next world superpower, India, clocking in at $2,380. $2,300.
It's crazy that they want to average out the whole planet.
I'd say, and also I wanted to bring up, so again, I was watching this Godzilla movie, and the other problem is, like, in America, we're always like, oh, our tragedies, you know, our 9/11, can you believe it? 9/11.
George Floyd, that was a pretty big tragedy.
That was one guy. I mean, it sucks, but you look at other countries, it's like, well, more than one guy died last week. Okay, Dick, do you know how many people died in 9/11?
2,000?
3,000, according to my, that might include cancers, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's pretty bad. And then, you know, we went to Iraq and killed 200,000 people.
Bankers, though.
Yeah, that's true, so it's not as bad. And then we killed 200,000 Iraqis, which seems equivalent,
that seems
right?
Low.
That seems
thought it was
low.
like a million. It's
I saw
be.
some estimates of like 320,000.
Yeah.
Okay, we talk about, World War II, we sacrificed, our boys sacrificed so much in World War II. We did lose 416,000 soldiers.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Compared to 24 million Russians, it doesn't sound nearly nearly as close. Not to mention, of course,
how do you lose 24 million
guys? People. And then, of course, the 600 million Jews who died. That's also terrible.
That's anti-Semitic, what you're saying.
Is that anti-Semitic? What are you talking about? There's 600 million. Even but then our stateside tragedies. That's the other thing. All our guys who died in World War II were like guys who went to that thing, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't have civilians
just shot you here.
Getting bombed and shit. We had 2,400 died in Pearl Harbor. Oh my God, Pearl Harbor. We're going to make a whole movie about the 2,400 dead.
Shouldn't have had a military
Meanwhile,
base
our
there.
nukes in Japan killed 226,000 people.
Civilians.
Okay? Civilians. Just average Japanese people hey.
I don't know how people still defend that. We had to do it.
I don't know.
There's never...
Dude, no.
That doesn't matter, actually. Even if you had to do it. It's not... This trolley problem you have constructed in your head is fucked. You actually don't have to because everyone in America has a fucking gun. So you never need to do anything.
So I think the problem that we have in America is that we always are trying to construct like a
woe is me thing.
Yeah, woe is me. We'll make a movie.
Is that why America has glommed on to the Holocaust? As this is our thing to
we've kind of dude, honestly,
it kind of feels like it. I think it's like because I saw the survey today.
We want a Holocaust subconsciously.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, if there was a Holocaust in America, that everyone in America could go, yeah, I had a uncle die in the American Holocaust, and you go, oh my God,
like the Avengers. The bloop is our. Everyone really believes that's
everyone
real.
wants the bleep, and they want it the blipped, and they want it to actually happen, and half of America disappears, and everybody else in America gets to constantly go, well, see, I've suffered tragedy as well. You know, I had an aunt who got blipped
on 9/11. He's like, why are all these people telling their stories about this so passionately? Because everybody wants this to happen to them. Everyone in this country wants to be that person. He's like, that's really fucked up.
You don't even need someone to have died in 9/11. It's just literally, I was living in New York. I was in New Jersey when it happened.
Yeah.
And I saw it. It came, even school kids go, I remember when they showed us.
They wheeled in the cart.
Or the Challenger disaster. Yeah, it sucks that a fucking space shuttle exploded, but you think just because you were sitting in a classroom and a teacher put it on, you had to watch a space shuttle explode, that's your personal tragedy that you're going to carry? Again, 24 million Russians, and they seem to not even talk about it that much.
Remember when Mr. Burns got shot? Ooh.
Yeah, that impacted me.
Yeah.
We do not acknowledge our American privilege of even the worst shit that happens to you in America. It sucks, and there's racism, and there's shootings, and whatever else. literally like any other country. Billions of people are dying. They have no money. They have no health care.
Yeah.
And they can't get a fucking cookie at 3 a.m.
Well, they just don't have our American media that's trying to divide everyone and keep us like anxious all the time.
Yeah. Well, telling certain marginalized communities, you live in the most racist, divisive country on earth. It's like, bro, we are giving you guys a lot of cool stuff. It's pretty cool to just be able to get a TV for like $50 off the street and,
or heart surgery.
Yeah. Free internet, free cell phone.
Yeah.
But there's some homeless people. Motherfucker, go to any other country. They got a lot of homeless people.
Could be better, though.
It could always be a little bit better.
Could be a little better.
But I think we don't do enough acknowledging of how good. It is pretty good. Compared to other periods of time and other parts of the world, and just the fact that you're probably not going to die in a horrific bombing or
You thought about this during the Godzilla movie?
I did.
You're like, oh, wow. I don't know how good I have it.
Well, because I went, why is this... Why?
Like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants for you.
I honestly I was like, this character, the main character who's like suffered through all this, you do identify with a character where you're like, oh, this hardship is real. Like, I want this guy to succeed because he's went through some fucked up shit.
Okay.
And then I watched like a stupid Marvel movie and Ant-Man's like, my daughter doesn't respect me anymore.
My dick didn't get big again. It stayed shrunk.
The Hulk, I turn into a monster
it's all about their daughter respecting them.
Yeah.
That's like the American...
My wife is leaving me.
Fucking crucible.
My girlfriend is with a stronger, smarter man. Like that is the kind of thing that makes it. Yeah, okay, we're gonna bring it back to Maddox.
I gotta
again.
balance my superhero life with my fucking home life. Like, oh my,
Maddox. The worst thing that ever happened to you is you lost your internet podcast failed, and you made a 3-hour documentary. Why don't you make a 3-hour documentary about the fucking Japanese internment camps or something? Well, that would be an American thing.
How about the Armenian genocide?
The Armenian genocide. Make
now
something
I know how that
real
happened.
One. Yeah. Woe is me, American privilege. Look, I'm not saying that you can't complain about. There's certain things we should fix in this country, but you also got to
Well, not we. You shouldn't be involved in the fixing. You shouldn't be voting on it at all.
Well, more taxes, more regulations. We'll get there eventually.
Hunter Avalon, you think he's going to ever say like anything about guns again?
I don't know.
Actually, I think we should loosen up the gun laws quite a bit.
I think Hunter Avalon, I hope you're safe, buddy. I don't know a lot about that guy.
Do you think he waited to start filming? Because it would be too
obvious?
Too obvious if he whipped it out right away and started filming, or he waited until... he had to wait a little bit.
I can't even knock him because, like,
I would do that too.
I have to respect the fucking YouTube mentality of, I gotta get this. I mean, a guy's shooting a gun at me. I gotta get this on camera.
Yeah. Probably be like a reflex.
I have the same mentality. But we have the same thing because we go to these fucking, like, we went to the Black Lives Matter protests and shit. And people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, getting footy, man. Getting footage.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just running around.
Getting footage is awesome. When there was that mass shooting in my neighborhood, I tried to live stream it. It was, I don't know if you ever watched that.
No.
There was
maybe I did. I don't remember.
Did you hear that remember that Asian guy went to a dance studio and killed a bunch of people?
Yeah.
And they're like, that happened like 20 minutes from you. I'm like, oh, dude, let's go. Maybe I'll see a body or something. And people were mad at me for trying to get that on camera.
Somebody got shot. They took an Uber hostage down the street from me.
Yeah.
Bad day for that guy.
Did they kill the guy or they got him out of the car?
I think
or something?
they killed him.
Yeah.
SWAT came in.
Good old SWAT.
I was going to go down there.
You should have been a hostage. You should have said,
just
I can handle
on the
this.
cops. That's my Uber, man.
Should have said, hey, did your girlfriend just leave you for a stronger man? Just let it go, buddy. You don't need to do this.
Let it go, man. Just let it go. How about a support line for Chump Syndrome? Okay, so my problem is, oh my God, it's an hour and a half already. My last problem is work holiday parties.
When have you been to a work holiday party?
Fucking never, man. That's my
you
problem.
You work from home? Oh, you want to go to one?
We need a jobless.
That's your problem?
a work holiday party for people with no jobs.
That's a pretty good idea,
right?
actually.
That would be great.
Set that up.
I don't know. I just put it in there so it's topical and people will vote for it.
It
just seems like getting
Dick who works from home.
Just seems like playing just the tip, right? Like, come on out. There's open bar, obviously. You can't drink any. I mean, what?
Yeah.
You're only going to get...
You can't get too shit-faced because then everyone's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I did go to I used to work for a website, and they would have everybody fly in. Even though most of us were remote, all the remote workers, they flew us to Florida for this big all-hands thing. I don't know if I told this story already, but they're all excited because they had this new vision for the company, and they wanted to present it to everybody. And they're like, and we got this guy from Microsoft, and he was like this big name like executive. He was like an Indian guy, you know, like I don't know if he was a former programmer or something, but he was like an engineer or something. But he was also like a business guy. So like he's going to be leading the charge. Like we're so excited to have this guy on board. And, you know, everybody have a good time. And that guy's like, yeah, it's going to be great. You know, and he starts drinking, you know. And, you know, we're all drinking a little bit. This guy was just drinking. And, again, it's like his first week there. Everybody is so amped up. They're like, this is the guy. This is the guy who's going to save the company. And then he starts going to all the, like, female interns and being like, you look...
Bob's vagine. Yeah.
You look good.
Oh, no.
You look so... You know, you like... that skirt is, like, so good on you. And we're all just going... So it was literally...
They can only go bad.
Yeah.
There should be, like, a scanner
Dude, he was fired a week later because he, like, hit on all the girls and he got so fucking drunk that, like, I remember we had to... We were like fucking, he was on our arms, like literally, like comically dragging him to his hotel room.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you're like the big time executive who just got this big old job. Like, you can't just get drunk out of your mind at the holiday party and start lecherously hitting on all the teenage interns.
How could it possibly go well? You get everybody out there, especially it's after a long day of work, usually. It's right when you're itching to go on vacation.
Yeah.
You're wanting to get loaded. And it's like counting down and going 3, 2, 1. Or 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5, 1 3/4. It's like just fucking, you're antagonizing us by doing this. Make it like an eyes wide shut thing where you have to go in masks.
That would be good.
So nobody knows what's going on.
Nobody knows what's going on.
It's a disaster.
Seems
horrible.
Yeah.
And you got to go home from work, get ready, then go back out. Like, just do it at work. Have a day party. It doesn't matter.
Just get a cake.
Black out
and a couple bottles of liquor and let everybody sing a song to Santa.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We don't work in offices. We can't identify with the average worker.
Well, I think it's a good problem, though. Maybe people will identify with it on their own.
Look at you trying to identify with the common man. We're internet comedians. We don't live real lives.
Oh, God.
Just dick
no,
around
that's for
and
sure.
engage in fucking drama with insane comic creators and weirdo fucking Armenians. I don't know if there are any normal lives left. I hope our audience is living them. I hope you have families and friends.
Yeah, they're like furries driving trucks.
Yeah,
who aren't. To a show with cat ears that are controlled by their brain.
Hopefully you don't have to worry about someone putting out a 3-hour documentary about how you slept with the wrong woman at one point, you know? Hopefully that's something you'll ever experience in your life for any fucking reason. Because no one...
That 100,000 people are watching?
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's an asshole.
Hopefully nobody is watching... Hopefully you have never had 80,000 people watch a documentary about how you slept with somebody's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and ruined their life.
And you're a Nazi. Well, and everybody you know is a Nazi.
That's a fair
It's crazy. Maddox kind of invented this guilty by association thing. So when he tried... The first rape list that he did had the same kind of stuff on it.
Yeah.
Like... He's just been making a new version of this every couple of years.
And if that isn't bad enough, his fans of the show have a rape list.
So tons of people will love it because they're like, this is exactly what we want to see.
Do you remember that you got confronted about the rape list at the Netflix protest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't bring that up.
She was a good... she invented the resting bitch face song. She was a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, after your head got slammed into a ball, you're all dazed, and that random lady comes running up to you, and she goes...
No, I think she had a sex change. I think whatever it
now
is.
It's a man?
I think it's a man now.
No,
or she just cut her.
Why did I say it? I'm getting canceled for that. Now she is... Well, actually, wait. Now they are a man.
Yeah, she ran up. She goes, he has a rape list. I'm like...
Aren't you Dick Masterson? Don't you have a rape list? And you're like, bitch, I just got my head slammed into a fucking
What
thing.
is a rape list? What do you mean?
Yeah, what are
like
you...
Billy
Why
Madison?
is this the time to talk about this?
She was like, hold on, I know him. Like, something in her was like, I have to protect this person, but you have a rape list. It's like, I
can't believe they held on to that chestnut. Yeah.
I like Dave, and jokes are funny, actually.
Well, I'm actually working on a new rape list. If anyone... I've got a list of all my top rapes. If anyone has any suggestions.
If I had a rape list, it'd be all girls from video games.
Yeah, exactly.
I got news for you fucking fat hoes.
Laura Croft. I don't think I could rape Samus Aran.
That sounds like a lot of work already.
Yeah. Actually, my rape list is all the women I want to rape me from the video game. I want Samus Aran to hold me down and turn me into a morph ball. great problem, Dick. Office, holiday parties. What am I talking about? Terrible problem.
Go to biggestproblem.show.
No one identifies with that. None of our listeners work in an office. They're all driving big rigs.
Lumberjack stuff.
Yeah, they're all stopping at truck stops and fucking sucking their way across America.
Okay, here we go. That's
Get your
enough.
super chats
That's
in,
enough
folks.
out of you.
Videos being stuck behind black people to drive through.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I got one that's worse than videos being stuck behind black people to drive through. And that's being stuck behind a fat woman in one of those mobility carts in the supermarket.
Ooh.
At the checkout line.
Oh, at the checkout line, too.
I keep wanting
Reaching
to
up.
use those mobility carts when I go to the store.
You should.
There was that one time I threw out my bag and I had to drive that cart around Disneyland. I went, I get it. It is fun to just drive like a little go-kart.
Did you not get it before?
Well, because I was always like, oh, that's, for like the disabled. I'm not going to get, But then when you're actually in it, you're like, oh, man, I just have like a little car. This is cool.
Does it go at a good speed? Because those scooters go way too fast.
The scooters are pretty fast.
You have to pay attention all the time.
I don't know about the ones in the store.
The scooters, they do.
No.
Oh, yeah, because they have them at the store.
Yeah.
Right?
They have like ones that are charging up. And I'm always like.
I go to the Mexican store, so I haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah. No, I see them at Target. You could probably steal magic cards pretty good with one of those. I was going to stop a disabled guy.
Okay. Let's see.
Speaking of which, I had the best magic card opening this week. Oh, my God. Fantastic.
What'd you get?
Do you know Force of Will? Have you ever heard of that card?
No.
It's like the top card in this set.
Uh-huh.
And I ordered a box for $150.
Yeah.
I got 3 of them.
In the box?
In the box. It's fucking.
How much is it
and
worth?
they're all each of them's like $60.
How much was the box?
The box was $150. So 3 cards have paid for more than the box.
Are you going to sell them?
Maybe at some point I might sell a. I'll keep.
How much of stuff do you sell that you get?
I wait for the prices to. I just traded in like $400 worth of cards online. So.
What are you going to get with this? If you win this $1,200
I get store credit. Oh, what am I going to get with the
your
$1,200?
weight loss that we're.
I don't know. I'll probably just. I don't know. I'm not supposed to spend it. I guess I should spend it frivolously, right? It's fun.
Well,
I should treat it like fun money.
I mean, that's kind of a woman term. I don't use concepts like fun money.
Fun money. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to.
I know. I have to spend a certain amount of my Patreon.
Did you get my
increase
text
on Christmas present? On what?
About
what
getting steak?
No.
Okay, I sent a text to you and Josh Denny because he wanted to go to Clearman's.
Let's do it.
Maybe this weekend? You busy this weekend?
Probably, maybe not this weekend, but let's do it.
All right, I want to get a steak at least. I'm going to go to some restaurants. I'm going to get
you're
it
gonna
all
use
back.
it to eat.
I'm spending $100 at Clearman's. I'll tell you that right now.
Let me see if people want you to win.
I'm getting a ribeye. I'm getting.
Let me post a poll.
I might get the fried calamari for the table. They got a pretty good fried calamari.
Vito to win the weight loss.
It's so weird. This whole weight loss thing is terrible, and I hate it. Because all the comments are like,
your idea.
No, it was not my idea. When was it my? That was your idea. Fuck you. Okay. All I see is comments like, oh, I really hope Vito does it. I feel like all these people are. It's like I'm like the barometer for whether or not the world is a safe and kind place to live in.
You are.
Because
in a lot of ways,
if I failed and there's no reason for like, oh well, that's just life. Everybody fails. Why is it all? What does this all hinge on me? Let me fail.
Because the bar is so low.
The bar is so low. It's
all you have to do is lose 30 pounds in 6 months, and you're so big. It should be easy. Like
I want Vito to succeed, but I'm really worried he's gonna fail. Why do you care at all? Just shut up.
Because it would be such a loss for everyone.
It's not a loss for everyone.
It'd be like if Indiana Jones got shot at the end of.
No, I'm not. See, you're right. Everyone's treating this
like Houdini,
like it is watching a fucking movie, and you want.
Well, it is.
I'm not the hero of some stupid like weight loss movie where at the end of it, if I don't, at the fucking live
like
show
Dangerous
when
Minds.
I didn't make weight at the live show, I saw people's faces just go like, "There's just no point to any of this. Everyone fails." Nothing ever gets any better. And I'm like, guys, it's just a fat guy who didn't run on the fucking treadmill for a couple weeks.
No.
Some people were fucking crestfallen.
That's not worth $1,200 to people.
Whatever.
People are very invested.
Even if I don't make it, okay.
It's going to be total. It's a total loss.
It's not a total
It's a big loss. It's a big disappointment for a lot of people.
That's stupid. I lost weight, and that's what matters.
But it's not good enough, though.
It is.
You have to hit the goals. You have to hit. I came milestones.
I came close.
Your
to the
comic's
goal.
late. That's disappointing to people.
That's getting dealt with, and it's going to be fucking great. And look,
I mean, now that Alpha Core's out, the art in that looks like a little goofy, man.
The art in Alpha
Your
Core
art looks good. Your art looks good.
I really like the art of my book. I really like it. I love that guy. And I talked to that guy.
The story's way better.
My artist. Look, he was working on 2 comics at the same time, and the other comic he started on it before mine. So he's like, I just got to finish this. But he said the other one's 100% done. And now he's 100% getting super killer work.
That's what happens when you use a real artist and not 3D
and not fucking
SketchUp.
3D clip. Well, that's what other people, they're like, I don't get it. I'm like, well, because they're like, why don't you just get another artist? I'm like, because I want a good artist.
That's not how art works.
Yeah.
Why don't you get another guy?
Just get a different guy. And I'm like, well, then it'll look like shit, or like I'll have to spend like months. That's what they don't understand. It took me.
Why don't you just replace you in the middle of the podcast? Just hop up.
just
Some
find
other
a
guy's
different
going to
guy.
come in here. Tony from Hack the Movies is going to come in and sit down.
Guys, I went through like hundreds of, literally, I went through like hundreds of artist portfolios for a month.
Yeah.
And I went, this guy sucks, 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 this guy sucks. Holy shit. And I found the one guy who's like perfect.
Right.
All right. And if he tells me, look, man, I need a little extra time, it's like, you know what? I want it to be good, so sure. And that's it.
I mean, it's funny.
We're making art, okay? We're not making sprockets and widgets the way Eric July is.
Ralph does this new thing where he listens to Eric July and he like is his like black hype man or his like southern hype, because Ralph's from Memphis, so he's like,
he has the whole mentality.
Like, he's blacker than Eric, right? Like his pattern. He's like,
blacker.
oh yeah, man,
Ralph
man.
is
Man, you gotta move it. You gotta
blacker
move
than
it.
Eric
You gotta
is.
move it, man. You gotta move that. Nah, man, they crazy. Like
They
he does
crazy. You gotta
he
get
does
that
the whole
shit
thing
on
like
the
he's been doing
street.
it his whole life.
Yeah.
And he said in the middle of it, he starts laughing and he goes, it's crazy that he's talking about comic books like he's talking about selling drugs.
Yeah.
He's like always talking about like product and customers. He's like talking about slanging.
You gotta keep moving that product.
Yeah, he does.
That product. Dude, that was the craziest thing about Chuck Dixon's fucking little love letter to Eric at the end of Alpha Core about how excited he is for the fucking Rippaverse. He goes, and the
People
best.
are excited. Maybe it will work.
Okay, but did you see what he ends his letter with?
No.
He goes, the best thing about Eric is that he pays me on time. And I'm like, that's the best fucking thing? I'm like, dude, anybody... I mean, look, I get it.
It's funny.
All right, I get it, but it's all about the money, man. At the end of the day, I'm like, well, at least Chuck Dixon said, hey, at least I'm getting a steady paycheck here.
Eric settled.
Eric settled his lawsuit.
He traded his rock star / retarded lawyers for actual lawyers and then immediately did what I said.
Well, you know what? I put out a tweet. I don't know if he'll even, I don't know if he's going to address the lawsuit. But
he shouldn't.
If he shouldn't. But if he does, he's going to go, see, my rockstar lawyers handled it despite what those Buster Baxter and his fucking tortoise friend were saying.
Yeah.
If he tries to lord it over us, the fact that he was involved in a fucking trademark dispute.
So he's admitting guilt.
Yes.
So he is guilty.
Right.
The settlement is admitting guilt. And 2, he never proved that we did anything after all that shit about threatening to sue us. So all he had to do in the very beginning was not say anything and settle.
Yeah.
Instead of using us as a marketing tool for all these fucking...
Not even a useful marketing tool. He has...
Nobody ever even apologized to us.
Right.
For assuming that we did it.
They're not going to because they're assholes. I was glad that Nick Retardo on his show, what was it, last night?
Oh, yeah.
Was just like, yeah. But he was like, hey, I know everybody in the griftosphere here's like fucking, oh, Dick and Vito are bad guys and did this horrible thing. And he's like, I'm the only guy who thought to ask Eric, do you have any evidence of that or proof?
Can I see it?
And the fact that I asked to see it means I'm a bad guy now? They're like, Nick, you shouldn't ask for proof. You should just believe Eric July when he says Dick and Vito did this. I can't
We
handle...
don't even care. We're just like, yeah, you're ripping it off. You better
yeah.
settle.
I can't handle this shit. Again, did I bring this up where somebody left a comment? They're like, Vito, you seem to have a lot in common with these guys. You hate Star Wars, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why you guys can't just be friends. And I'm like, because they're liars and assholes. Like, what do you not get about that? Okay, and I don't even really, hate them. It's just, I can't hang out with people that fucking stupid.
No, because you know they're going to turn on you and it's like,
well,
that guy was saying
yeah.
that you got him sued. Like, I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? Oh, he's breaking the law.
They're like, I just think you should go.
But what did you have to do with it?
You should go on Friday Night Tights and you should go on Yellow Flash's show and you guys should be friends. And I'm like, they're fucking retarded.
They hate us, though.
Yeah, they hate me. Okay. Let's be real. They hated me before I hated them.
Well, you did that Alex Jones shit. That was out of line.
But yeah, I did do that. But even before that, they had problems with me.
Yeah.
They were attacking me before that.
Yeah,
so
that
they were
ramped it
attacking
up.
me, and then I said, okay, I'll attack them back and be like, ooh, look, they have Alex Jones on. I didn't realize that was going to blow everyone's mind. And now we find out that DMCAing people is just fucking cool anyway.
Fine,
yeah. Oh, what did Vito do? Oh, he made like one stupid tweet he shouldn't have made. But hey, Eric can legitimately get people
DMCA.
banned off Twitter and YouTube all day long.
That's fine.
And that's cool because he's like a cool black guy or whatever.
The fuck?
Yeah, okay, so
He's
fuck
DMCAing people all over
fuck
the place.
you guys so fucking hard because I caught so much shit for one tweet from which nothing occurred. No one lost any channel. No one got banned from
And
anything.
it's not. It isn't reporting.
No, it wasn't
it's
reporting.
snitching, but it's not reporting.
Dude, I know. Yeah, like honestly, like they have the report function in YouTube, and I said, well, I'm not going to report the stream, but I'll put out like a funny tweet because it's funny. And I caught so much shit for that, but now Eric can just go and get everyone's fucking YouTube's Twitter's banned.
It's crazy. It's crazy that they just let that slide.
They don't, yeah, because that's you know what you learn about these spaces is it's always rules for those guys, no rules for me, right?
Yeah.
Rules for the not for whatever.
Well, it's like Maddox doxing 5,000 people and
that's
calling them
cool.
Nazis. It's like, what are you guys like?
Maddox
how
can
is
make an
nobody
article saying, hey,
this?
it's okay to beat your kids, but if Dick makes a joke about hitting a dog, he's now officially a guy who beats dogs.
Yeah.
He brings that up constantly. Everybody goes, hey, Maddox, I think you're kind of being an asshole. He's like, oh, you're siding with a guy who wants to beat dogs? I'm like, he wants to beat dogs because of one joke he made like 5 years ago?
Maddox.
You have an article about beating your children. How every day.
And you actually think that.
And you actually think that.
think that.
It's all fucking insane.
I've had dogs my whole life.
You're so nice to that fucking dog. You would never hit that dog.
My dog has better health insurance than Maddox.
Yeah. You're better to those dogs than I am to my cats. My cats, I'll bop them on the fucking head if they're driving me nuts.
You get them off, though. I wouldn't get my
here?
dog off.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't
I'm very
jack
nice
my
to
dog off.
That's why, because I'm
All
a more
right.
compassionate pet owner than you.
That's what I'm
Because you would never jerk off your dog.
Vito's been talking about Invincible so much, it just reminded me how, do you think they're going to, like, have Mark get raped like he actually does in the comics?
Spoiler alert.
It's going to happen. I kind of want Mark to get raped.
You think that Mark's going to get raped in the
In the
cartoon?
Invincible cartoon?
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about it.
But do you think
No
he is?
spoilers. No spoilers.
I don't know if that's not really a spoiler. That's like something to look forward to.
I hope he gets raped.
Spoiler's like a plot twist. If that's you not expect like that doesn't change my enjoyment of the show. If I'm like, oh, he's gonna get raped? Wow, cool, awesome.
All I could say, Invincible's pretty good.
Hot chick too, right? Not fat
And
chick.
I'm excited to see once Super Killer gets the animated adaptation.
Yeah.
If Eric gets that Alpha Core cartoon, I'm going to laugh so hard.
I found out that Superman, the Green Superman ripoff, is like the hero of the secession war of Texas.
Oh, he like helped Texas secede? Is that it?
Which is cool.
That is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's cool. Seems like all this shit should be about Alpha Core. ISOM sucks.
Yeah, just make it about this. Well, the
I don't
secession.
see black guys fighting
Okay.
outside of a nightclub. I
People-
lived in Hollywood for 8 years.
People keep asking what's my favorite part of ISOM. A secession war is a good
Yeah.
piece of plot.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one, Eric.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love American Civil Wars. You gotta have it happen. All right, what are we doing? More
Nah, let's do super
do
chats.
super chats.
We'll do super chats and then
Are we saving the weigh in for the end?
should we do it right now? Because then people won't super chat so they can get the results.
I was
Should do it
gonna
right
say-
now so people can make fun of you or congratulate you.
Sure. All right, give him a drum roll.
Okay. You ready? You were at 310.4. So you need to be at, what is it, 280.4.
80.4.
I have a new scale that you've weighed yourself on. You had 6 months. What's the final total that you're going to be out or you're going to make, provided that the smart contract works? I don't think we tested it. How do you feel?
I fucking hate you. I hate all of this. I hate this whole process.
How do you feel?
Fucking pissed. What?
Let me see what people said about if you're going to make it or
Fuck
not.
this whole fucking thing. I don't even want to do this.
They said, do you want Vito to win the weight loss contest? 65%
Fuck you
said
guys.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
34% said no, it's changing rapidly. Okay, end the poll. Wait, I need to get a longer drum roll.
Oh, fuck this shit. Just fucking
10-minute.
go, not 10-minute drum roll. 10-minute drum roll. Will you just fucking
Is this?
read it?
Hold on, I need to see if this works.
So you shouldn't read it because I'm not going to want to do the rest of the show now.
What do you mean? Why?
Because I'm going to fail and it's going to suck.
Okay. Are you ready?
No.
I don't even want to look.
Good.
Because it's so exciting, and I don't want the anticipation to be over. You know?
Oh.
It's just been it's been such like a staple of my life for the last 6 months. You have to be on camera. You can't be over there. People have to see your face. You're delaying it by walking around.
Fuck up! Shut up! I need a drink.
I'm gonna open it. You want to get a drink first? Should we take a bathroom break? I'm looking at it very slowly. 80s Girl has boxed it and drawn exciting lines around it. Your weight after 6 months, and it has to be
320 pounds.
It has to be below 280.4.
You never gave me this.
And
point.
you remember that when we started,
gave me this 0.4. I don't remember that.
that was the measurement, Vito.
It was 0.8.
Don't try to Palestine your way out of this. At the first measurement, you had not lost. I think you lost 1 pound, right?
We were really going through the whole fucking.
And the
timeline.
second measurement, you lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then you gained a couple pounds.
Yeah.
And then you were within striking distance.
It's 13 pounds off last weigh-in.
And then last week I weighed you.
Oh yeah, what was last week? What was I?
You were above the weight.
Yeah, obviously.
You still had a.
But do you remember what the number was?
I do.
Well, give that number first.
Last week you had 11 pounds to lose.
Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. 11 pounds I had left.
You had to lose 11 pounds.
So
this week.
I was at 291 last week.
Yes.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Fucking with the drum roll.
Your weight, Vito,
Yeah.
as of December 8th, after 6 months of weight loss, where you wrote a book. Sit down. I'm gonna start over. I have to start over now.
Okay,
I have to start over. I have to start over.
No, you don't have to start over.
After 6 months of weight loss, your final weight, after dealing with Mountain Dew, giving up Mountain Dew, learning to live with yourself in a healthier program, and spending a week in a sauna, your final weight, 278.6 pounds.
Fucking shit! Yes! Oh, God. Oh, God. I hate you fucking people. I hate every one of you who made me do this. I want you all to die. I just fucking hate you people. This is the worst fucking shit. Every part of this was torture. And I'm just gonna eat my way back to 310 despite all you assholes. I'm going to eat my way back to 310 despite all you fuckers who put me through this. I hate all of you.
Is that your acceptance speech?
That's my acceptance speech. Losing weight is retarded. No one should ever do it. It's the worst thing in the world.
You did it.
Great.
You lost.
I could.
You lost.
How much did I lose?
See, 310.
What was the weight? What was the weight?
278.6.
My kidneys are destroyed.
They were already in bad shape. So 21.4. You lost 31.8 pounds.
It's finally over.
You probably, if you hadn't taken your clothes off,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have
I know.
passed it.
I took my fucking shirt and my pants off.
You kept your underwear on.
I kept my underwear.
That was a risky move.
It was a risky move. I
could have
honestly
had a pound of
I thought
underwear.
about my underwear. I should have took it off.
Could have done it. I recorded the whole
still
thing. I'm not
did
going to
it.
post
Whatever. I mean, you could post it if you need to, but
I don't know. You got to.
if you need to prove this was a real weigh-in,
naked weigh-in that we
you
did
could
before
blur
the
it out.
show.
That's true. You don't want to see my naked body.
That's a lot of blurring.
It's a lot of blurring. Yeah. Don't waste your blur fund on me. It's going to cost a lot of rendering time to to render out that blur.
Well, good job.
Shut up.
I didn't think you'd do it.
I know you didn't. I didn't think I'd do it. Honestly, you know what my goal was when I asked for another week? I said,
well, it was another 3 days, technically. It wasn't even a week.
Whatever, yeah. I wanted the extra 3 days. I wanted to go one more. And I said, I just have to get below 290. Because I said, if I can't get to below 290, it is truly embarrassing if I can't lose 20 pounds.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. But then you were 1 pound away from that.
But then I got down below 290. I got a brand new scale, and I went, well, let's just keep it going and see what happens. I'm like, why don't I just I'll just work out really hard for a week.
And then stop.
And cut a little bit of water. Yeah, and then stop, and then I never have to do it again. No, look, as I've always said.
Did you learn anything?
Shut the fuck up. I'm giving my what I learned speech, okay? Is I've made new choices. Prime energy, 10 calories.
Wow.
How much was the Mountain Dew? Like 230.
Mountain Dew's a lot.
So that's 200 calories cut out of my diet every day. Okay, I got a bag of apples at the house.
Wow.
I'm going to say this also. Okay, fuck the audience forever. Not all of you. But, okay.
Some of you are good. You're suspect.
Some of you are good. But when I go to the live show and I go, hey, I've been eating healthy. I've been eating beef and broccoli. And everybody freaks out and yells at me and they go, well, actually, you don't know anything about nutrition or dieting and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And all this fucking bullshit, constant Vito. Everybody thinks.
You failed that way in, though.
No, okay, I felt that way and for other reasons. It wasn't because I was eating the beef and broccoli. If I ate more beef and broccoli, I probably would have passed that one quicker.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All I'm saying is everyone can now stop sending me constant DMs about, oh, well, actually, the thing about protein balancing out.
You should get more tips, though.
Yeah, no, I have all the tips. I know how to diet. I know how to work out. I just don't want to, but I'll try to keep it up.
Yeah.
Okay? As long as I can keep the weight loss going at a health, I'm not going to go as hard as I went this fucking week. Jesus Christ. I didn't do anything this week other than work out. Okay, I worked out like 2-3 times a day. I ate nothing.
You lost 11 pounds.
I know.
12 pounds.
Cut 12 pounds, which is fucking insane. I'll be real. Probably like 4 pounds that is like water weight, but
you
whatever.
had 6 months to do that, though, and you just fucked it. Like, you left it till the last minute.
Yeah, I fucked around until 6 months because I'm retarded.
Yeah.
Also, didn't it add to the drama? So, hey, who cares? At least it would have been, if I had lost the 30 pounds in 3 months, it wouldn't have been fun.
No, you made it as fun as possible. And I think that we knew that you would. Thanks to the Back By guys for setting up this contract, provided it works.
Thank you, Back By. Yeah, if the contract doesn't work and I don't get any money, I'm going to literally kill everyone. When I clocked in and I had 11 pounds to go 2 weeks ago.
And thank you to everybody who fell for my Vito's definitely not going to make it routine.
When I had 11 pounds to go, did you go, oh, there's no fucking way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sad. I'm like, there's just no
Yeah, when
way.
I weighed in, I went, Dick's going to be so upset that again, because I was like a 2-pound weight loss from the previous one.
So have you been weighing yourself the whole time?
So yes, sometimes. Well, the problem was.
Did you know you were under the weight today?
Yeah, but that's what I was worried. I was worried your scale was off from mine.
What was your scale at?
My scale was also at like 279 or something.
Okay, so you lost 0.4 pounds on the way over here.
I wonder what I weigh now after eating all this Taco Bell.
Oh, let's get
find
silly.
out. Let's see how much.
You can tear the top. You can tear the cover off.
I'm not taking my clothes off this time.
No, don't do that. I put a cover on the numbers on the scale so Vito couldn't see. It's a Bluetooth scale, so it transmitted the number to my girlfriend, who wrote it down on this piece of paper. You're taking your pants off just for fun? You could guesstimate the weight of the fucking pants, Vito. Well, you can just subtract it. You don't have to take them off.
Okay, because now it's 282.
Now you're 282 and a half. So you would have failed. You're supposed to be well under. It's not supposed to be a taco difference. But you waited till the last minute and did a bunch of tricks and bullshit. Well, here you go. You did it.
Okay, but even if I made the weight, which is what matters. And I did just gorge myself on like a shit ton of fucking tacos and garbage to put back on. I also had clothes on. Look, regardless, I definitely lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You won the weight loss contest.
I won the weight loss
You
contest.
know how that you'd have never lived that down.
Yeah, it would have been forever. Okay, so that's the other thing is that the thing everyone's like, don't you want $1,200? I'm like, I want the audience to not bring this up for the next 100 episodes. I don't want like a biggest problem wiki page that recounts the 6 months that I failed to lose 30 pounds. Everyone go, hey, what's your favorite piece of biggest problem lore? Oh,
And
the
Vito
part where Vito
failed-
was too big of a piece of shit to lose a very reasonable 5 pounds a month.
That a doctor said
That
was
would have
reasonable.
been infinitely worse. The money is like a nice little piece of cherry on top. But honestly, in my head, I'm like, if I have to go another 100 episodes with everyone leaving voice, let's be real. The next episode would have been 100 voicemails about
been
what
bad.
a disgusting piece of shit I am. So
You won.
I won.
Now you're part of all the guys who, even if they lost like 100 pounds, are like, they think they're the same as you now.
Yeah.
Now other people think they could lose weight too.
If I get
inspiring.
And I hate congratulatory mess. I hate it. I don't want praise. Don't praise me. I did the bare minimum. I barely
You
did.
literally did the bare minimum.
Yeah. So look, let's take.
I don't know if anyone's praising
What do you call?
you.
What do you call this? A Pyrrhic victory? Okay. Not
No, 'cause you
exactly.
won.
I won. It's not the best win. Let's put it that way.
You squeaked it out.
I squeaked it out. Okay, so I'm scrolling all the way down here.
Yeah.
I just look. At least something good happened.
It's amazing. We
It
end the
is
week on
amazing.
a high note. I think Maddox is doing a live QA for his first chapter in his video tomorrow.
Ooh.
So that should be
Yeah, we're
fun.
gonna have fodder for weeks. Koof for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Koof. Oh, how much did I win? Was it 1,200?
Yeah, about.
Okay.
I think I have to send a message to the contract, so it all sends to your wallet.
Well, thank you to everybody who donated and supported my shame journey. I hope you got some entertainment out of me constantly missing my goals and everyone sending in a million voicemails about how easy it is to lose weight.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you people. Cots for 10. Good luck on the weigh-in. Thanks for my money back, Vito. Well, you got fucked there, Cots. Pigeon
Sorry,
Saw
Cots.
for 5. Gonna leave this here. Be back for it tomorrow. Not happening. Kyle Baxter for 2. Open Shal Lowell. Oh, Influence History for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourself. Sorry, Koof. JJ for 2. Is Hamas getting paid tonight? Don't blow
Oh yeah,
Vito.
it's a big win for Israel as well.
Because
Hamas didn't get your money.
Hamas, you would have donated all the money.
Yeah.
Black Angus Roos for 5 says, here's 5 for some Taco Bell nacho fries to celebrate after the final weigh-in.
You're gonna celebrate your way back up to 300.
Oh, I'm getting a pastrami sandwich, I think, after I eat this Taco Bell. I think the hat will still be open. I might get some chili cheese fries as well. Come on. I haven't eaten for a fucking week. Let me gorge a little bit, all right? This is my cheat. It's my cheat weekend. I want to get a steak. Gunranger for 5. Is it a crime to steal a feed, use download numbers of a different show to acquire advertisers on a shittier one, asking for an autist?
Yeah, that's fraud. And then Maddox makes a big deal about how I got his sponsors canceled.
Yeah.
But not only did he do that, steal a feed, right? Not only were sponsors pulling their money back, because like once you reach a whole audience, there's no point in advertising more up for them. You know?
Right.
It was also the episode after he did a rant about how Kaepernick shouldn't be kneeling.
Right.
Like, well,
Advertisers don't want to
I don't really like that,
associate with
buddy.
that. Yeah.
and the message that he showed proof that he got canceled is from the Twitter DMs of Harry's.
Yeah.
So he DM'd the Harry's page because you don't get to talk to your sponsors on Libsyn. They just assign you.
Yeah, and he said, I think...
And they said, oh, wow, if it's part of a hate mob, that sucks.
That sucks, but they didn't actually look into it to see if it was.
It's just some Indian.
Also,
He's such a stupid piece
I
of
mean,
shit.
I don't know. Is this too much? Can you say how much, like, what sponsorship money Harry was
$300.
getting? So he's mad about losing $300 what,
Yeah.
a month or an episode?
An episode.
So $1,200 maybe.
They would run.
Did they run it out
once a
on
month.
every episode?
No.
So
No,
$300
no.
a month he lost.
Yeah.
And he could have just got another sponsor.
Well, no, because there's none. Like they're.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just. Why the fuck would anyone want to advertise on this shit?
I don't know. I get emails all the time from like all sorts of different advertisers. I agree to them, and then they send me free stuff, and then I don't do the advertisement. Do you want an extra wallet? They sent me all these wallets to
That?
review.
It's an extra wallet.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's like a super slim wallet, so you can't put anything in it.
Oh no, I have one that sticks to my phone.
Yeah, it's probably pretty similar. Let's see. Nanamai for 2. Biggest problem in the universe are sucky comic book writers. Wink, wink. Suki. Are you trying to say spooky?
Spooky.
On the John for 5. Okay. Pour one out for our boy Destiny. We tried to get him on the show. He did not respond. Can we get some RIP marriage in chat?
Marriage is the enemy, not poly shit.
I feel bad for. Okay. Well, I don't know if the poly thing is the problem. You think it's because of the. You're going to blame the poly, whatever?
Why is it bad? What happened? Because
a different guy showed up.
Because now he's got to give his money to Melina.
Yeah.
Like, so the marriage was the issue, not the whatever poly shit. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, poly shit is just like, well, we're kind of dating. Like you know, trad people with regular marriages, they cheat on each other all the fucking time too.
Right.
You know, those women run out on those guys too.
Set himself up for failure by.
Maybe he just didn't like her all that much.
I think if you're in a poly relationship, just be like, I don't want to talk about it. Because if it goes wrong, everyone's going to rip on me.
Yeah, that's
be like, I told you that it doesn't work. There, I just lost another. I just lost another pound. Sorry, I had to blast one out. I never do that on the show. I've been.
The disrespect.
What do you want me to do? Leave the show to fart? Russell Zomb for 10 Australian says, here's $10 dues. Thank you. Hi, Sam Jello for 10. Please watch the Madam Web trailer. I've asked Vito for 5 weeks. Has it really been asked for 5 weeks? Masterson, do me a solid. Watch this bullcrap. It will make you laugh. I do need to watch. Do you know Madam Web? She's like
Spider
a
Woman?
spider. Well, she's like a Spider Woman.
Is it Sydney Sweeney?
I don't know who's playing her.
Maybe she shows her tits.
Sony is still trying to make a Spider-Verse happen. You know, they want to make a bunch of They want to make their own Marvel universe of just Spider-Man stuff.
Okay.
But I've heard Madam Web looks terrible. Here's Jacob for 5. Says, here's some
you miss Riley. Don't miss his super chats.
It was also about Madam Web. Riley for 5.
It's different color.
It's true. If I miss Riley's super chats, next thing I know, he shows up in my door and gives me more money. Kind of giving me incentive to skip your super chats,
you, though,
Riley.
as well.
He says, I liked the Madam Web trailer, but I always like movies with Sydney Sweeney's booba in them. Can't wait to cosplay her character. That's actually from Mint Salad. Well, Mint Salad.
Better.
Thanks for coming by. Jacob About for 5. Here's
she should cosplay as Sydney Sweeney.
She should cosplay.
Make her eyes like far apart.
Yeah,
you know?
that'd be cool.
And then just say, I don't show my tits anymore.
Hey, how about you cosplay as the Incredible Naked Woman? That might be cool too.
That's cool.
And then come to my house. Jacob About for 5. Here's some money so Vito won't kill himself after losing the land.
Wow. You really showed these people.
Well, everybody was. See, again, everybody secretly wanted me to fail.
Because then they don't have to improve their lives.
They don't have to improve their lives. They get to keep living in their little bubble of like, well, everything sucks. So I don't have to
Vito
try
couldn't
it
even
all.
lose 30
Vito
pounds.
can't even lose 30 pounds.
I don't have to do shit.
Riley Edwards for 2 Canadian. Vito is 2.2 tungstens.
Dude, that's a measuring scale that I made up.
Oh, the tungsten scale.
So if you're a woman and you're over 140 pounds, you have to switch to a tungsten scale where your weight is in amount of 6-inch cubes of tungsten. So 1 6-inch cube of tungsten is 140 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you are now 2.2 6-inch cubes of tungsten.
Fantastic.
It sounds a little sexier, I think.
Yeah.
You know, for
How
women.
many tungstens are you weighing?
2.2. No big deal.
2.2. Yeah. Hey,
sexy.
you're only 2.2. That's not a lot.
No, Lizzo.
It's not even 3 tungstens.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I saw you commenting on the Republican debate that you wanted Vivek to ask Nikki Haley to put the wars in order.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I would pay like $50 to see that.
Dude, that should be the new. That's all he should do on the debates. Like, that's a great question about immigration. Nikki Haley.
Here's a picture of a glass of water.
Are the moon and the sun different? Are they different things, or are they the same thing?
Where does the moon go at night? Or where does the sun go at night? Please explain.
What do you do when you park your car and get in between when you park your car and get out?
I can't believe that time that people thought thinking the sun and the moon were the same was like a coded racist message. That was funny. Coup for 5. Vito, did you have another biopsy to make weight? That's true. I did have to cut out a tumor to get there.
That's okay.
I don't know if you saw that little scar on my
I
back.
thought it was your testicles.
When I took off my shirt. Thank you for thank you for losing weight, but most importantly, thank you for not killing yourself. Thank you, Koof. It's my throat. I'm still dehydrated. Stephen Toohill for 5. If Vito is the Joker, does that make Eric
Maddox.
July? Oh, if Maddox is the Joker, Does that mean Eric July
No,
is
Eric July is the Penguin.
obviously the Riddler?
Because the Penguin's doing all these back deals and manipulating people and fucking over.
He's all about business.
Yeah, he's all business, dirty.
He's
dirtily
a businessman.
doing business.
He would never niggle anyone. King N64 for 10. I feel like Maddox's vid was a pathetic attempt to rile up people from Kiwi Farms, especially with the Digibro stuff. I got the kind of same feeling that he was playing to a lot of different crowds, trying to see which one would be on his side. Because I was like, is Maddox really like going to launch the, hey, Dick's a pedophile because he had Digibro on his show one time?
Well, he doesn't even care about me being a pedophile. He just wants to go after her.
Somebody told me he had like a guest on his show who was like actually
Tito, the bad hombre, convicted
crimes.
pedophile. Uh-huh.
Did that happen after he had him on the show or before?
Maddox was actually the child that he molested.
Oh my God.
He loved it.
Well, I guess they had a personal
connection. Called him
connection.
uncle when he called in. It was weird.
King X64 says the timing couldn't be more perfect for him and to give a list of 4,000 random people.
I think you're right. Well, I think he also tried to piggyback it on that H Bomber guy shit. Who released a big video about plagiarism.
Well, I actually thought the timing was bad because I was like, why would you release that at the same time as...
Well, Maddox, stupid.
Yeah, you should have gave it its own weekend spotlight. You got to wait until nothing else is going on.
During Christmas.
Well, maybe during Christmas you want to watch it. Why would you sit down and watch a classic holiday film when you can put on when Fans Become Stalkers?
Put on this film
that
for
holiday
a guy
classic
that everyone knows is an asshole.
Yeah.
Is an asshole.
We're gonna watch Miracle on 34th Street. No. Let's put on that holiday classic from Maddox.
Dick's an asshole. You don't say.
Wow.
Huh. What was your first clue about that?
Yeah, how did you figure that one out? Pigeon for Saw 174 for 2 says, we are so back. We are indeed back. Wet Bandit for 5. Shout out to John Riffs for getting the exclusive video rights to Tim Pool's interview with Maddox and Eric July.
Maybe we should watch that next week.
Did you see the music video someone made for the weight loss contest?
No.
Okay, real quick. Go to reddit.com. Go to the biggest problem Reddit.
Okay.
I have to spotlight this. I'm surprised they didn't send it in. You're lucky I saw it. Here, I'll get to it.
Well, let me switch to
this one. Did you see this
one? No.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Someone made a theme song for me losing the weight loss contest.
Oh.
I guess we're going to play it even though I managed to win. We will get copyright struck for this.
Oh,
no,
really?
wait. I mean, maybe not. We can only play a little bit of it. Let's put it that way. Actually, I don't think we'll get claimed for music.
Your butt is wide. Well, mine is too. Just watch your mouth, or I'll sit on you. The word is out. Better treat me right, cause I'm the king of cellulite.
Wait, this is the actual song
with my voice.
Okay,
He did it with me, my voice and AI, though. That takes some fucking work.
Oh, really?
You didn't hear that was me?
No, I thought it was just a guy singing.
No, it kind of sounds like me.
Before we are stopped to tell me once again who's fat.
I can tell now that it's an AIU. Okay, thank you.
Have the seconds, I'm having 23rds. When I go to get my shoe shine, I gotta take their word because I'm fat. You're really fat.
You gotta get it to the. Why am I giving him more credit than you are?
Because it's I know AI. You just like feed an MP3.
But you gotta
into
also
the thing.
feed it which note or whatever. He said he had to fuck around with it.
Lame.
I mean, I appreciated it. Should have wrote new show specific lyrics.
Yeah,
would have been the way to do it. Where am I? Okay. Riley Edwards for 2. Vito, you look fatter. Thank you, Riley. Aklovich for 2. What's the over-under on Vito still being fat?
100%.
For another 2, he says answer over 300 pounds and his test under 300. Adventure Time for 5. Here's $5 for Ricky Retardo, the best thing y'all have done in a while. Everybody loves Ricky Retardo for some reason.
Retarded.
We might need to give him his own. If any character gets his own spin-off comic, I think Ricky Retardo from the Dickverse.
Ricky Retardo.
Get Ricky Retardo to solve another mystery.
Where had the moon gone?
Where had the moon
gone? I wake up every day and the moon is gone. I got to
Today,
find it.
I asked the rest of Alcor where it goes, and they said, Ricky, shut the fuck up and go back to your room and play with your blocks. LP Dirty T for 2, the biggest mukbang in the universe.
Yeah, that was pretty obscene.
I wanted to bring in more
avocado
honestly.
style.
Red for 5. Thank you for not making weight, Vito. Now I don't owe Tony TGD 200.
Side bets going on. Side action.
Tony just made $200 because of me. Tony, you better give me $10. No, he says thank you for
now
not.
I don't owe.
He says thank you for not making weight.
This was before.
This was before.
Oh, buddy, you owe.
You fucked up.
Tony $200.
$200.
Oh shit. Oh,
sorry, bro.
You bet against Vito. Big mistake.
Never bet against a fat man afraid of shame on the internet. Afraid of every one of our fans.
That was a close one, man. That was a photo finish.
Well, that's what I was worried about. I was worried your scale was going to be calibrated different to mine. I was going to be
obsessed with that fucking scale the whole time and not like about the Mountain Dew you're drinking.
Well, because I knew I was going to...
day one. Is this scale regulation size or what?
Because if I was like off by a pound, I was going to be pissed. Chad Sharp for a big $33 says adding to the Ricky Retardo fund.
Okay.
How much is to get Ricky Retardo out? $50?
Yeah, $50.
$50 worth 33. Spider Eternal for 2. Surrounded by amazing taco places. Vito eats trash. I had to get over here quick. I needed fast food. Foxulator for 5. Question: gayness aside, was that really your handwriting in the poetry book?
It was backwards.
Yeah, you wrote it backwards for some reason.
It wasn't poetry either. It's a song. I used to have a band with Sean. It was a songbook.
So it was just lyrics you're coming up with?
Yeah, I still have it. I asked the hard man working hard to make an actual song out of it.
Yeah.
It's full of songs like that. Well, I mean, I can conjecture on why a crazy woman would take a picture of that. I think she just took a picture to reverse it so she could read it, because I always write backwards. I always have.
Wait, you always write backwards?
Yeah, I started doing it as a kid in elementary school to sign yearbooks. I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then I just got bored. And I would just sit there in class and write backwards.
Okay, so you actually are autistic. And then I would play with my stopwatch for a couple hours. And then I would write a bunch of letters backwards again. What are you writing backwards? This is why. This is not healthy behavior. Go fuck yourself backwards. All right.
Well, because it amused me so much because some people can read it backwards and some people look at it and go like, what does that say?
Cryptic.
And they have to take a picture.
And
I think that's where Jamie got the picture.
Then I play with my stopwatch, and then I would watch videos about trains for several hours. I had a great train video my parents got me. John Riffs for 5. Coded message heard loud and clear. Operation Gangstock Maddox is now entering phase 2. That's what you do. You send your code. That's one of your coded messages.
When you dox 5,000 people.
You and your coded messages. Cooper W for 20 Australian dollars. Worst thing Maddox exposed about Dick is how bad his handwriting is. Truly unforgivable.
You know what? I'm going to go get it. Here, I'm going to go get the book.
Okay.
It's all backwards.
Can I read these while you're gone?
No, wait.
All right, I'll wait. I'll eat a taco or something. I'm going to eat a Sour Patch Kid. Guys, get your super chats in now. I hate you people. I hate it that you made me do this. Hey, get me a Diet Coke. Probably didn't hear me. Oh, okay. You didn't go upstairs. This is your songbook?
Well, I have all these stupid notebooks because before iPhones, you had to actually like write ideas down.
I know this, yeah. I have some sketchbooks full of old naked anime ladies.
I have a whole album in here at some point.
I'm getting all the weight back, guys. That's the plan. Can we do VitoGames.com and see how long it takes for me to get back to 310? Then we just go in an endless loop of these 30 pounds.
It's all just like scribbled drawings and stuff.
Zombeek Dragmeyer for 2. When is Harley calling in?
Backwards.
There it is.
Yeah.
So is your handwriting normally like you have normal handwriting going forward?
It's ugly, but it doesn't look like I had a stroke.
It's fine if you have chicken scratch. It's got you don't even need, now you just type everything anyway, so handwriting doesn't matter.
Why I don't have. That's why most people don't have a bunch of weird notebooks.
Zombeek wants to know when's Harley's coming in, calling in Sunday on your show.
Sunday on my show.
Also hashtag Vito lost. Well, I did, but in a good way.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Vito lost. Why did we not call it that? That would have been way more clever. We had 6 months to think of that.
Because we didn't know you were. No one thought you were going to win.
Well,
Vito lost.
You still could have said hashtag Vito lost. That's clever. All right. Diamond G for 555. Can we get a biggest problem hate mob shirt? Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Deep Throat. I do need to add more shirts to the store. Guys, Killdozer.industries. Get your biggest problem shirt.
Yeah.
And I have to figure out why the hats are not propagating in the shirt. Deep Throat for 5. Became a $20 patron for Dick because I made the list. Okay, why are you getting all the patrons? Shouldn't some of them come over here as well for the hot goss, as
We've been
they
through
say?
a lot together.
Yeah. You're reaping all the rewards.
No one has ever made Maddox No one has ever made somebody so mad that they do a 2-hour and 45-minute documentary on them that takes them 5 years of their life to render. No one has ever made somebody that
so
mad.
So sad, dude. It's like a genuine tragedy.
Yeah.
He could just be making cool YouTube videos.
Eric July should be looking at this and going, "Oh, yeah, this is like."
I'm glad I stepped away a little bit.
I'm not gonna do this anymore. I appreciate the review.
Yeah.
I'm settling with, like you said, I'm settling with ISOM. I hope you like.
I look forward to Super Killer. I think Eric July has said multiple times. Thank you, Eric.
What Maddox has done should be a horrifying wake up call.
Oh, it's like, yeah, like Eric July's bad, but like he's not Maddox level.
He's just a bad writer. He's just an asshole and a liar
and a doxer or not a doxer,
DMCA,
false flagger. He's got a lot of problems.
Whatever.
But at the end of the day, he never made a 3-hour documentary about us. So, well, maybe it's in the works.
He fucked up by lying.
He fucked up by lying. Well, Dick,
everybody fucked up by believing in it and not apologizing.
As
to us.
I suggested
Whatever.
to you, look, this video is so long. You need to do multiple bonus episodes.
Oh, I will. You were right.
Chapters.
I'm gonna do just one a month.
One a month.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. You and Sean were like going through the whole. I'm like, no, there's too much.
I had no idea it would be so dense with lies.
And he says he's going to release extended cuts of every chapter. So I want to come in on at least one of those bonus episodes.
Yes,
and
do
go
it,
through
please.
It with you. So look forward to that on The Dick Show. You can find that at patreon.com/The Dick Show. If you have not watched Dick's bonus episode on the first part of the Maddox documentary, you're missing out. What are you looking through? You find some good lyrics?
Maybe.
Well, maybe we got some songs coming down the line.
This is odd.
What?
There's a message in here that is not my handwriting.
What kind of message?
I don't know.
Okay.
How strange.
It's not Maddox's handwriting, I hope.
No, it's a girl's.
Okay. But you don't know which girl.
No.
Okay.
How bizarre.
How strange. Well, maybe take some time to figure that out.
Why do these things happen to me?
Is it a good message or a...
No.
Oh, it's a bad message. Wow. Wow, we're discovering new things live on... Is this something that you need to process to try and figure out who it was?
Well, no, I don't like making fun of... I don't like punching down.
Mm-hmm. Is that what would have happened there?
Not funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh.
Interesting. Well, maybe that'll come around at some point.
Life's full of surprises.
Dickington Post for 2. Breaking. Maddox docked Crimsil, now jobless 5 ever.
Oh, no.
Crimsil has an excuse. He can't get a job because of the list.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Trying to get a job. I can't get a job.
Jose M for 2. Vito Zilla minus 1 pound lost. Wow. Oh, my God.
All right, the first one was, don't make this a regular thing.
I can't help it. I don't know. My diet's all fucked because I didn't eat for a week, so now whatever's left in me.
Well, you don't have to, like, fucking lean over like it's a big production, like you're making a fucking
Why would it matter
Peter
if I
Griffin
just
fart contest.
Well, what else? How else would you... It gives it room to get out. Otherwise, it's just going to...
It doesn't need to get out.
Otherwise, it's going to seep into the chair. I don't want to hold my farts on the show.
Yeah, you should.
I think
I'm going to allow this one because of all the Taco Bell and shit.
I lost 30 pounds. I think I get to fart a little bit in celebration out of it.
I'm going to throw up.
You can't even smell it. It's not getting over
I'm just thinking
there.
about it. Oh, it is. It's the worst day of my life.
Well, get a better air conditioner. Jose M for 2. Vito Zilla minus 1 pound lost. She's in my pocketsville. Vito for 5. You guys solved it. Maddox is unemployed because he can't work with anyone within 6 degrees of dick. That's a good point.
Can't work with anyone on Earth.
I was going to say, Maddox is still friends, technically, with a lot of these YouTube guys. Justin Wang invited him to that party. Even though
they're all friends with him. They don't care what he's...
Yeah.
People on YouTube don't care if you dox 5,000 people. They wouldn't care if you murdered a kid. Like, they just don't fucking care.
He could still be making cool videos and collaborating with all his friends. He made videos with... He had Chris Ray Gunn on his show. He seems to think, though, because all those guys are still friendly to you.
These songs are not good, but what song lyrics are good?
Dude, any song lyrics you wrote 10 years ago or whatever, 6 years ago.
20.
Take 90% of popular songs.
This is from fucking 20 years ago.
That's me in the corner.
Yeah.
That's me in the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly.
Losing my religion. Yeah, it sounds pretentious and stupid.
If you want to be a writer, you got to write bad. You got to write a lot of bad stuff.
You got to write a lot of... Song lyrics are pretentious. What are you going to do? Maxwell for 12. Oh, I was going to say, though,
Maddox has destroyed himself because he doesn't want to make videos or collaborate with any of these people because they haven't disavowed you and your Nazi followers. So he's
I know everybody.
Himself. Yeah, and that's not a problem. I can't work with Screenwave.
I'm even friends with Matt Jarbo now.
They used to employ, and he gave his he put Anthony Peluso, and Tony's like, that's my dad's name. That's not even my
Antonio Peluso.
Yeah, Antonio Peluso. He's like, my name's Anthony, my dad's Antonio. Maxwell for 21, or Maxwell 21 for 12. Women can't live with them. How could you steal that joke, Dick? What's wrong with you?
You know what's crazy?
You saw it was a Cheers joke as well.
Yeah, because it's probably
a joke.
It's a joke that men have told since the beginning of time.
Hey, Maddox, knock, knock. Why did the chicken cross the road? Oh, you're stealing jokes. Riku for 5. 4 people on Maddox's list are dead. He doxed 4 dead people. R.I.P. to Alan, Julie, Chris, and Quintillions.
Oh, I know all those people.
Malok for 5. Oh, yes, inject that hot gas directly into my veins. I have fallen off the wagon after half a decade. Happy holidays, Dick and Vito.
Happy holidays.
Wet Bandit for 5. If Carl Jopes had only seen the Photoshop of Dick and Vito wearing overalls and working with poly tools, he would have known it was a comedy podcast. You're right. I should have put that fucking picture in there.
I should read a bunch
of
Maddox and mine's treatments.
Yeah,
I have a whole thing Maddox wrote of a Garbage Pail Kids cartoon that he wanted to make. It fucking sucks.
I was talking to Andy Signore, and he was all excited. He was like, I want to make like a cartoon, and it's about like the royal family, but if they were kids. And I'm like, oh, you mean like that Prince show that came out on Netflix 2 years ago? And he's like, what? And I looked it up, and they already made that.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck. Legacy for 10. Can we get Value Selector Adam Sessler on the show again? They were my favorite guests. I want to get Adam Sessler back on. Value Select was pretty recent, but he's a good guy. Cool. And he's filming stuff in LA, so I want to make some videos with that guy. James Gardner for 20. Big 20. Thanks, James. The Banana and the Cowboy was his winning ticket. Do a comic with Eric and go away.
I agree. The Banana and the Cowboy were
Maddox,
great.
make a comic book about a sentient banana who meets a cowboy and a Dracula and goes on adventures. Agnostic Uzumaki for 5 says, we don't want serious guests on our comedy podcast, Vito. Okay, like Joe Rogan is a comedy podcast, but he brings on...
No, they don't want that, though. They want
whatever.
boom, boom, hot, hot. I think you kind of did set Carl up to fail.
I set him up to fail.
If he didn't know it was a comedy podcast.
I just figured he'd figure it out.
But he's a speedrunner, man. That's a rough gamble that you were making.
Well, if you'd read the show document.
You can't be giving that to people.
The show document, just if people
it's a comedy podcast. Here's some good problems. Piss driblets, fucking Chump Syndrome, all these ones.
All right.
Boom.
I gave him some examples. Snazzy Raz.
Come in hot.
Yeah, you're right. Snazzy Raz for 10. 1,000 viewers. That's true. How many we got right now? We're 1,300. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
1,350. I think that's a record.
I think it is.
I think that's the most. I think with Destiny, the most we got to was like 1,200. So
you believe all these viewers that
people want to hear about this crazy Armenian guy who destroyed his own life?
All these people are so interested in my dick.
Yeah. Everybody's so interested in how fat I am. We got like a trifecta of fucking stupid bullshit this week. Glad you guys are getting more attention. Love the show. Thank you. Chad Sharp for $17. Can't wait to see the stopwatch speedrunning video.
Yeah.
Get it done. Thank you, Chad. Stone Cold Flea for 5. Please never stop the Maddox ridicule. I signed up for the Patreon specifically for the 3-hour bonus episode. Thank you, Dick and Vito, for years of laughs. We have to do a Maddox bonus episode on this show. Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if can we do biggest problem in Maddox? Is that too on the nose?
I don't know. It's too. We got to do a bonus episode, but
we'll figure
it's
something
too
out.
much for me. I need a
you're
normal
just,
thing.
Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying. You're just because it's all you can talk about because it's all keeps happening. Cheese for 1,000 for 5. Maddox's video immediately got demonetized. Meanwhile, Dick's Patreon shoots over 20K again. Once again, everybody makes money off Maddox except Maddox. You know what I was thinking? If he said, "Hey, for another $5, I've put this behind a paywall."
Yeah.
If you want more of the dick drama, give me $5. Would have cleared a couple
Dude,
extra
he doesn't even think
bucks
normally
easy.
in any. He said somebody said, "Why are you still on Patreon if you think they're like the most evil organization in the world?" And he goes, "So I can be involved in community guidelines discussions."
They do invite you to those things,
but as like a joke.
Yeah,
that's not. And his ass showing up with.
By the way,
look at all these N-words that this guy is
I'd like to mention Patreon's support of rape lists.
Remember when I sued you guys? It might happen again.
Did they let him talk on those like conference calls? I don't
like he's like that's like a psychotic person. That's the kind of person Alex Stein makes fun of.
I got an email to another one of those because Patreon does go, hey, we're having a community something. I don't know if they do like
Yeah.
Like a Zoom call or something that people can like call in.
I don't know.
I wonder if Maddox gets on those and tries to lecture them or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been in the car with him while he's like ranting at his apartment landlord because they were doing construction in the building. He's like, well, I work at home and I can't do my work with the construction going on.
What
I was
are you gonna
going,
do?
Jesus
It's
Christ,
construction,
man.
Bro. Oh, no. John Riffs for 5. My favorite part of the Maddox doc was him calling Dick a Nazi pedo stalker that wanted to kill him, and Harley thinking it is at all plausible. You really got to talk to that Harley guy.
I know. I don't know how you look at the backwards graph and just go, oh, this is all trash. Like, what do you mean?
Well,
You can't have a backwards timeline.
because he presented it in this sneaky snake way, where if you don't know what actually happened,
That's true.
and he flashes the emails by so quickly, where you go, well, Dick didn't deserve to be thanked on the final episode because he refused to show up for it. It's like, no, he didn't invite him to the final episode. He did it sneakily. Asterio showed up and didn't even know it was the final episode.
Yeah, I gotta relax. I gotta calm down when I talk to these people because I get so upset.
Why are you upset? Your Patreon just shot up 5. This man is making you rich.
But because he goes after
Yeah,
innocent people.
you know
like,
what?
He
You
goes
made a
after
good point.
People.
He went after Sean. He went after your girlfriend, and like it's
and Randy
bullshit.
and there's 5,000 people, and not all of them think it's funny on that website to have a big SS logo and your name there forever. Like
He put the name of Sean's job. You put the name of Randy's job, and like it's one of those things.
It really
where you go,
pisses me off.
I know what you're doing. You want one. Again, he talks about you dog whistling. It's like, why'd you put the name of their employer on there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, really? It's not so like somebody can call them up and go, hey, by the way, did you know this, blah, blah,
Even
blah.
thinking about it makes me so upset.
Yeah.
Um,
You're the one sending the not coded at all message. If you put somebody's job, okay, it's because you want their job to know about it.
yeah.
Same reason you sued fucking Asterios' workplace because you used
Same
their
reason
computer.
you pretended to be a woman and sent Weber Shandwick, where Asterios worked, sent them an email pretending to be doing an article on misogyny, and you sent them a picture of Asterios with something I said.
Yeah.
Like,
see, that's the worst part about all this is like there's always this part of me that goes, I wish they could just make up. And then I go, wait, Maddox tried to get everyone fired and
he got
sued.
Asterios fired.
Yeah, he got a guy fired.
Patreon.com/Asterios.
He lost a
if you
bunch
wanna
of people
support
a
him.
bunch of money in lawyers' fees. It's like there's no coming back from that cliff. The only thing he could do is go, I fucked up. I was wrong. I can't make it right. I'm going to, just keep on keeping on and make funny videos. But he can't do that because he thinks he's completely right.
Yeah.
Dean Shock for 20. Ricky and Isom Knox are instant classics. But I go back to Sergeant Slaughter in that line. Drop and give me 20 reasons why a white man should give up, Vito. That gets said far too often.
Give me 20
here.
reasons why a white man should just give up, Vito.
I gotta pull more clips. Did we pull that as a clip? I think
I
we
don't
did.
know.
Visualizer for 5.
Maddox did.
We need T-shirts for these characters. I gotta say. We need a
Yeah,
Nicholas
okay.
shirt. We need a Sergeant Fred Slaughter shirt.
Yeah.
Visualizer for 5. When are you gonna do your expose and become Maddox 2.0, Vito? Never, because it's a waste of my time. Also for 5, Visualizer says, also, I finally became a member on Patreon for Biggest Problem in Dick Show this week.
Thank you.
Namaste, my friend. Thank you. Wet Bandit for 5. I'll miss Fat Ralph, but I'll never miss Fat Vito because he will always be fat.
Oh.
Thank you, Wet Bandit. Knucking Futz for 350. Love the t-shirt, Dick. Go fuck yourself.
yeah, thanks.
Hashtag Maddox Lost. Spider Eternal for 2. How does Dick's eye feel about Pinhead?
I haven't seen that movie.
Maddox Lost. You've never seen any Hellraisers?
No, I don't like scary movies.
I don't really like horror movies either. Kyle Baxter for 5. Hey, Maddox, since you're watching this, can you take me off the docs list so I can keep my job? Maddox Blast. We need a Maddox Blast shirt.
A blast, by the way, is a call out. It's like a literary call out.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what he
That's
means
like when you
whenever-
insert it into the text.
Oh, okay. Maddox Blast. LP Dirty T for 5. You need a Maddox Blast to drop now. No, we can just play. Maddox. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Wet Bandit for 2. How many? Oh, wait, no.
How many
sorry.
Parthenons is?
LP Dirty T says also add me to the list, you bald bundle of sticks.
Okay.
Okay. Wet Bandit for 2. How many Parthenons is Vito's Uber Eats receipts? Well, I mean, if Maddox knows how long your tweets are. Honestly, I was surprised at how little you've tweeted about him.
Everyone was. I was
like, wait, you only tweeted like 2,000 times the year of the. What was the year you had the most tweets?
that he combined 2 years.
Okay.
2016 and 2017. That was the year the podcast broke up and the year he sued me.
And how
for
many
300
tweets was it? Like 4,000?
1,400.
1,400? That's
almost
nothing. That's nothing.
I tweet about women way more than that.
Yeah. I tweet about cuties like a million times more than that. Caracos Viches for 2. Watch the rip-off verse parody. On the next episode, we'll have to slip it in. LP Dirty T for 2. I hope Maddox can enjoy a Panera Bread lemonade. Do you know
Is that piss?
No, Panera Bread has been selling these caffeinated lemonades that have like 3 times as much caffeine as coffee.
Oh, and they kill you?
A second person has died from drinking Panera Bread lemonade. So now the joke is like, hey, buddy, let me get one. Let me get you a Panera lemonade. Go drink a fucking Panera Bread lemonade, you piece of shit.
That's funny.
The death lemonade. Utah-based Armenian for 5. The only difference between Vito and Maddox is that Maddox lost the weight. Oigi Smoigi for 5. Biggest problem is deli meat ripping apart when you try to take it out of the box / bag.
That's true. That's a big problem.
Resealable meat containers is a problem on the list. Voted up.
Voted up.
I do have to mention, somebody pointed out to me that we have GameStop on the list twice.
Oh, we do?
You brought it in because you didn't buy the stock.
Oh, I'll change it to stock.
Change it to GameStop stock. I brought it in because I hate going to the store.
Okay.
All right. So it was 2 different GameStop problems. Visualizer for 10. I don't know how you did the old podcast. I have a hard time getting through the first 10 episodes because I hate Maddox's voice and condescending attitude.
Well, it was good. The product was good. It was horrible to do, but it was good.
You're getting downloads.
Maddox doesn't understand that part of it either.
You were charging $2 a bonus episode, and then you dropped it to $1.60.
It started at $2.99, and then I think
that man is allergic to making money, huh?
He is. I think part of him wanted to sabotage the show so it would be over.
Yeah.
Because he hated work after the wedding thing. Actually, even before the wedding thing, he just hated losing to me. Like, he hated that the fans thought I was funny.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to do something serious and talk about female genital mutilation.
Yeah, he was bringing in serious problems, and you're like, farting in your pants.
Yeah.
Like,
even in that leak we read on my bonus episode, he's like, I'll do all this work, and Dick just comes in and talks about his shorts. It's like, well, it's a comedy show, man. Like,
oh, okay. I did get to the part in the documentary where he's like, I made all the thumbnails and all the promo
logo.
And I made the logo. It's like, you make the logo once and you
people
made
don't
it.
listen to a show for the logo.
No.
They listen for like funny
that
banter.
Logo sucks. It's a shitty fucking logo. But I made it in 3D Render Max and it only took me 200 hours.
So he
I was gonna say though, is the work equitably split on our? I mean, because I'm making thumbnails. I feel like, you know.
Wait, are you? I make all the thumbnails.
Well, you make the image for the thumbnail,
AI one.
but then I have to take it and I have to put it in the format,
de-res it,
and upload it to the YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I don't know if a 50-50 was he not giving you 50-50, or he
no,
just
we were taking 50-50, but he was always crying about it.
But
always.
He said he took all the merch sales.
He did that on his own accord, and it was a huge fight because we had this cool thumbnail of a hoverboard, and the hoverboard was my problem.
Yeah,
and his problem was death. So
he started selling hoverboard shirts.
He sold the thumbnail for that show on his shirt store, and I said, "What about my cut of that?" And he goes, "Well, it's my problem, death." And I'm like, "What about the fucking hoverboard?" Like, it's a perfect. It's a perfect combination
of your problems.
And the thumbnail was for our show.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that not my? How do I not get any money from that? And he's like, "Well, because it's my store." I'm like,
oh man.
Oh man. Okay, bro. I guess we're still friends, right?
Yeah.
You're so shocked you got fucked over after that.
Well, it's so funny because somebody was like commenting. They're like, "Well, Vito, do you have like an ironclad contract with Dick?" I'm like, "No,
it doesn't matter. It's half. It's 50-50.
It's 50-50 if ever. Yeah,
that's
anything
how
we do is
that's
50-50.
the default.
They're like, but Dick owns a trademark, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but like, whatever. If the show doesn't exist without both of us.
That's because I can get sued.
Yeah.
I can suffer getting sued for things more easily than Vito.
Honestly.
That's why.
You probably should get a bigger cut because of that, but whatever.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a logistical issue.
Sure.
Like, it's just easier for me to defend it.
I just don't know why you would go into it and piecemeal out like, well, I made more. The part where he goes,
because he was mad that people liked me more.
Most of the show's thumbnails had my picture on them, therefore it's more my show than Dick's show. I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking argument anyone's ever made.
Guys who listen to the show, fans of the show, would make thumbnails for us for fun,
yeah.
Right? And they would give them to him, and I would see it and go like, "Oh, cool, like that's cool." And he would say, "No, it's not good enough," and he would go back and remake it and like hand draw shit like spending, and he's not an artist. He'd spend 9 hours on a fucking thumbnail.
The thumbnails out in like 2.
Dude, I put it in Midjourney.
Yeah,
I mean, my show has amazing thumbnails, and the artists are amazing who do them.
Right. Yeah.
But like the idea,
you don't drag them over the coals and go like, you need to redraw this, and this.
Only if there's like a bad word or something, or if
Yeah.
like it's a joke at someone's expense. I'm like,
tone it down or something.
Sorry. Maybe 5 times I've ever said that.
Right.
But Maddox would just reject it flat out. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you treating people like this?
So much of what he talks about, I go, yeah, that was a waste of your time, and the fact that you wanted to be compensated for it and thought the success of the show hinged on it. Like, wasn't he paying 2 ladies to transcribe the show?
So he could flirt with them.
What is the point of transcribing a podcast? Who's that for?
So deaf, I think he said so deaf people could listen to it.
Did he ever encounter a single deaf listener?
Maybe
who
one
said,
guy.
Thank you for transcribing the show.
Well, people liked transcriptions so they could mess with it. And go back
so
and
they could find what
but you'll always find somebody who likes anything when you have an audience of like 50,000
the amount of
people.
money you're paying for it is unnecessary.
And the work and the back and forth. Like, what the fuck are
I
you
listen
doing?
to a bunch of podcasts and I've never said, I'm so glad for this professional transcription of the episode.
So for the bonus episodes, it was originally $2.99, I think.
Yeah.
And then our season pass where you could buy a whole year was like $18.99 or something, or $20.
Right, which made it a little bit of a bargain
Cheaper,
if you buy them all at once.
So then he got an email from somebody saying, well, why is it cheaper if I buy it all at once? I should be able to pay that. And he said, well, he's right. You should. Why is it cheaper?
Wrong.
Which made me think, I think you're like, that's retarded. Like, and I've told you it's retarded, and you have this fucking empty look in your eyes when you're looking back at me. So I think you're sabotaging the money part of the show so you can end it. So you can say it's no longer profitable and end the show.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like, this is just fucking stupid, man.
Would there be a scenario where like the show's not making any money and you're like, okay, I'm gonna quit?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the show had kept going, you would have been like, all right, I'm just done with this.
Yeah, I'm done with this. If it had been like, I mean, it was
on the way
to that
out.
point already.
Well, he said
it was getting
he
way
said the
too
reason the
tense.
show started failing is because you were pre-recording episodes. I'm like, maybe it's because you were being a piece of shit and everybody was listening to it and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can just skip episodes.
Yeah.
Like, it happens all the time.
Well, because the thing about the show is the audience interaction. I'm like, that's not.
But he
what
couldn't
it
skip
is.
an episode because then we would have to not run a sponsor that episode.
Yeah.
So he couldn't give up the money.
Dude, the part where he's like, Dick skipped the show to go to Disneyland. I'm like, yeah. Going to Disneyland's cool.
That's 1 hour a week, bud. Like, you couldn't find. You have no job.
Moving a show for a vacation makes perfect sense. You've taken breaks from the show, and I'll fill in. Also,
or not.
He left on a vacation, and then you were like, okay, I'll do a show without you, and he wouldn't let you.
Yeah. It's like, all right.
It's fucking moronic, man. People can take vacations, and you can either fill it in or move it around.
Yeah.
I know this is going long, but it's just all so fascinating. LJ Calbarino for 5. Dick and Vito's brains are put in the other's body. What's the first thing you two do? Fuck 80s girl. You?
It's him.
Okay. It might work. The Gentleman Sausage for 5. BreadTube is named after A Conquest of Bread by Peter Kropotkin, a book I never read, but it's probably bad and dumb.
Oh.
And, oh no, my mouse is still going.
It pauses every once in a while.
But is it a communist thing? I don't know. Suckasutso for 2. Poly relationships taking major L's. Yeah, Destiny,
Yeah.
You've destroyed the poly community by
Hunter-
not keeping that
Hunter was a
relationship
poly
together.
thing, too.
Was Hunter poly?
Her boyfriend that shot her was like a polycule.
So you either get humiliated or shot. That's the definition of poly relationships. Gun Ranger for another 5.
Can we just say that poly relationships means multiple men?
Yeah.
Like, let's just say
multiple men all trying to fuck the same girl.
Women trying to fuck multiple guys always ends.
And if you get
badly.
off on that, you're going to have a great time. And if you don't, you're going to have a bad relationship.
Adam 22, come on, buddy.
Adam
you're gonna
22.
You're gonna win it for all of them.
He's the ultimate poly. Did you see his game show ended? So one of the
I saw the guy that he fucked his wife with.
Congratulations to that guy. How was I not on that show? Adam 22, put me on the next season.
You would've won.
Of fuck Adam 22's wife. I want to get through. Gun Ranger 5. Vito brings up intrusive thoughts, then immediately tries to destroy the podcast by doxing 80 girl. Voted up. Yeah, you're right. My intrusive thoughts won. Jay Cock for 5. Be honest, is Maddox in on some kind of scam with you guys to make money, or is he actually that dumb?
He's that dumb.
And he's getting paid. Jay for 5. Intrusive thought after seeing my name on the list. Love Maddox right in the head with a love cannon multiple times in Minecraft.
Love is good. More
Hit him
love
with the
is
love
good.
cannon. Defucklux for 10 says, go fuck yourselves. Wet Bandit for 5. Sounds like a great time to reboot a particular Godzilla podcast. What's Haley up to these days?
Probably blowing some
JJ for 2
executive.
says holiday parties was episode 69. Did you do the same episode, same problem again?
Shit.
I think you might have.
This is work holiday parties.
Okay, fine. I think the original one was work holiday parties. Claptrap for 10. Money for my 2 internet dads. Thank you, Richard, for being the better half of the original show.
Thanks.
And thank you to me for being the better half of this show.
Yeah.
Influence history for 2. Vito is right. I do drive a truck. A lot of guys I talk to who listen to the show are truck drivers, but you know what? They need
some truck drivers.
They need to listen to something though.
It's like the biggest job for men.
I think it's one of the biggest podcast audiences is truck drivers.
Yeah.
They're like, I need something to listen to. I'm driving a truck for 12 hours a day.
That'd be a good outrage podcast. I hate truck drivers.
I hate truck drivers.
Hey everybody, welcome to I Hate Truck Drivers. Bunch
if you're listening to this in your gay truck right now, call in and leave a message.
You can't because you're driving.
You can't because you're driving. Utah-based Armenian for another 5. Funniest part of Maddox's video is no one is talking about when he compares himself to Selena.
He does?
Yeah, I remember
amazing.
That.
Yeah.
Influence history for 2. Washington State live show when? Go to Bellingham, Washington State. If we go to Washington, then we go to Seattle. Isn't that the place to be? Rick for 5. Dick, aside Maddox, how do you feel about Hunter Avalone surviving getting shot by his fat girlfriend's ex-boyfriend earlier today? I think we covered that. Don't shoot girls. Spider Eternal for 2, unless they really...
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Right back.
Can I read Super Chats?
Yeah, go for it.
Spider Eternal for 2. Can you get me like some water or something? My throat is dry. Spider Eternal for 2 says the bar is so low, it's a curb, Vito. What the fuck? No excuses. Hey, I got it done. You guys can't say shit. I can eat all the tacos I want. The Milkman for 2 Australian. As a guy who lost 70 kg since 2019, it's easy, Vito. Well, I'm American, so 70 kg means nothing to me. As far as I know, you lost 2 pounds. Dumb username for 2. Replace Vito with the Asterios puppet. Fuck you. Dave for 5 says, in the last 6 months, I lost 50 pounds. If Vito doesn't make weight, I'll be so disappointed that I gain it all back. Well, like I said, the first couple months were rough. Oh, Dick's gone. I can fart again. Oh, my God. Something about not eating for a week and then just pounding a bunch of tacos apparently makes you want to shit your pants. It was a rough start, but then I hit my stride, man. I always hit my stride. Dave for 2. In anticipation, I'm door dashing McDonald's. Go to the McDonald's. Get yourself a fillet of fish. Cyberganic for 2. Vito is better than Maddox. Vito seems like an actual cool guy. See, now my intrusive thoughts make me want to prove to you that I actually suck. There goes my mouse again. Joe Ray for a big $20 on the board says, here's some money in case Vito loses tonight. Well, I did lose, but the good kind of losing. Pigeon Saw for 5. White people done season day comic book. Why people done season day comic book? Oh, why don't they season their comic book? I figured it out. It's an affectation you're putting on. Dumb username for 5. The strange talent of Luther Strode is better than Invincible. A scrawny teen gets super strength from the Charles Atlas ads in the back of old comics. That's pretty badass, actually. That's a good thing. Dick, give me a drum roll for this one. What's the Canadian exchange rate? I don't even know. For a big 40 Canadian dollars from Maron 84. Happy 40th birthday to me. You can do it, Vito. Well, happy
this is
birthday.
Still before the weight loss weigh-in.
I know, right?
God damn.
We're going to be here all night. Hey, it's a good show. We got a lot to talk about. Foxolator, I want to say again, happy birthday to Mara-un 83.
Mara-un 83.
Here's
happy
to
birthday.
at least you're not living in Chad, because if you were living in Chad, you'd only have 10 years left.
Oh, God forbid.
You're in America, so you get another 23.
Done with this shit.
23.5.
I can't take 40 more years of fighting with Maddox.
Well,
get me out of here. 10 years.
You're going to get another documentary 5 years from now about all the other shit you did. Look forward to that. Foxolator for 2. Let's go, Vito. Oh, this is, I think, right when we weighed in. Drunken Atheist Studio for 2.
Yeah.
Great job, Vito. I think we got to charge this.
You just got to wait. I'm telling you, if something is fucked on the drivers on this where it does every mouse.
Drunken Atheist Studio for 2. Great job, Vito. Gun Ranger for 2. Vito was heavier by 280 by a lot.
No, I calibrated
scales.
it. And I calibrated it. Not only I have video evidence of me calibrating the scale, and I calibrated it with 50 pounds.
Oh, you
holding
put 50 pounds
dumbbells.
on it
me holding 50 pounds.
To see if it was exactly 50
Exactly
over?
50 pounds, yes. I can swear to its authenticity.
All right. I'm happy with the results. And Rustica for 2. Medical coma is a safe way to lose weight. Not a bad
How
idea.
about that?
Dick, you want to hit me in the head with a shovel after the show?
Yeah.
Diamond G for 555. Nice job, Vito. GG. See, these are terrible. What is this stupid?
Are you gonna start crying again?
Congratulations. Ooh, way to go.
Oh my God, you really are allergic
Fuck
to
this
it.
gay shit. Just say like, oh, that's pretty interesting what happened.
Oh my God.
What a unique
no wonder
turn of
you
events.
You have such weird manners.
I hate it. I hate praise.
Just
it's just
accept
like,
it. Say thank you.
It's too weird. Shred for 5. Congrats, Vito. Gay.
Oh man, this is gonna be a painful run.
It
of
is
super
going to
chats
be.
coming
I
up.
really don't want to read this stupid shit. Jacob Bobout for 10. Congratulations, Vito. Have fun using all that money on food and hookers, you boogie ripoff. See, that I like.
That's good. Yeah,
That's funny
It's
because it's
appropriate.
telling me how to use the money.
Yeah.
Did you see Boogie? Do you know that guy Caleb Hammer? He's a YouTuber.
No.
He's kind of blown up really quick, but he just does. He brings in people who are fucked with their finances.
Oh,
and he
I've
just
seen
goes
him.
through all their statements.
Yeah.
He's did a Boogie episode. It's not out yet.
Is it real statements?
I don't know, but he said I had Boogie on, and his financial statements are genuinely fucked. And I'm like, all right, I want to watch it. I hope he didn't give you fake documents, but Jackson Marcantonio for 20. I want to see Boogie's DoorDash. For 20 from Jackson, have a Korean hot dog or a Korean corn dog and some Nashville hot chicken on me, Vito. Congratulations. Stupid food pop-ups voted up. What was that called? Stupid food fads?
I think so.
I had one of those Korean corn dogs. I think I mentioned it when I brought it up. It was all raw inside. Complete.
Oh my God! Look
garbage.
at all this.
Jesus
Look at all
Christ.
these congrats.
Here we go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
stop it. Knock
There
it
you
off.
go.
Aklovich for 5. Vito, you don't even have to wear the hijab anymore. Good work, though. Now become a featherweight YouTube fighter. What's featherweight? 240? Or is featherweight really
is like
low?
140.
Is that like 140?
Yeah.
That would make sense, featherweight. What am I thinking of?
Like Mike Tyson was a legendary featherweight fighter.
Am I thinking-
Evander Holyfield.
What's the other one? Welterweight?
Heavyweight.
Is that it?
Yeah.
But there's one in between.
There's a many in between.
There's many in between. Dave for 2, right on, fat man. Only 80 pounds more to go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm still BMI.
How much for you to weigh yourself every week? Like, what can we get it up to? $100?
I don't think people are going to pay $100 for me to weigh
Well, they
myself.
could pool it, you know.
I could pool it.
No, one. Just got to be one. $50.
$150 for a
to
weigh-in.
weigh yourself.
I'll do it. I'll do it for $50.
$50. I'll write it down right here so I don't forget.
Which you get half of, so you're happy about that.
I'll write it down backwards.
Hey, write it down backwards. Dead Cat for 2. Congratulations, Vito. Season 2 of weight loss. Look, maybe we could do another challenge, but we gotta come up with a new gimmick. I gotta lose 50 pounds.
I can't believe you did it.
I
Such a
didn't-
great moment.
Honestly, like I said last week, the only reason I put it off was because I was like, I have to get below 290. Because if I can't lose 20 pounds, it's like truly
That's
embarrassing.
pathetic.
That would have been pathetic.
Yeah.
And then I got below 290 like pretty quick.
fucking
and
hammer
I was like, you know what? Let me just like go for it and see what happens. And then I went for it, and I'm like, okay, good.
Now you got to go do a press tour.
Yeah, I'm gonna really inspire America. MSG enthusiast for 7 Canadian crats. Big guy, don't fuck up like a simple creature and gain it all back.
Don't gain it back.
I'm gaining 5 back at least. Stephen Tuthill for 5. Congratulations, Vito. Now I don't have to kill myself. Again, some of you guys are too emotionally tied up.
Yeah, that's good. Hit him with
me.
that. If you don't keep losing weight, I'm going to kill myself.
I'm not a movie character, okay? There is no journey.
Yeah,
there
you're
is
real.
No,
That's why it's worse.
people want there to be like a real life character arc where like, oh, he
There
gets
obviously
better.
was.
No,
there
wasn't.
obviously was.
There
You hit the
wasn't.
darkest point of your soul at the live show when you lost the weigh-in in front of all those people. There was even
there
a
is
fucking
kind of an
false
emotional
victory last week when we thought we were going to weigh you in and you didn't. If we did the whole thing,
All
the whole
right.
thing was constructed as a movie arc, Vito.
I see the arc. I'm just saying.
Everything this happens by accident, but it's actually very difficult.
I hate you guys. This is all stupid. Joe Cool for 5. It's my birthday tomorrow, and all I wanted was for Vito to win. Stop it. Thank you, Vito. You
Yes.
inspired me to lose weight too.
Yes.
I don't want to inspire
Yes.
anyone.
You're inspired.
Go eat
Everyone
more.
tell Vito your inspiration
live your
stories. I'll
life
read them.
long.
I'll read them all.
Go eat a bunch of tacos. Okay. LP Dirty T for 2. Maddox lost, and Vito is the winner. Wet Bander for 5. Good job, Vito. See, you didn't even need that scam drug, Ozempic. I can't take that shit. It makes me throw. When you get to
Did
the
you
higher
stop taking
doses, yeah, because
You did?
it's just fucking. I'm gonna try going back on like.
I don't think it's good. It's their brains are melting out. They're throwing up feces and stuff.
So, like, for 20% of people, you get, like, heavy nausea when you hit the high doses, and I'm in that 20%.
Okay.
Because I was like, I took it, and I just threw up for, like, 2 straight days, and I was like, okay, I either need to stay on a lower dose or just find something
Just
else.
stop drinking Mountain Dew.
Well, I don't know about that. I did stop Prime from. Look, I have to say I like this Logan Paul guy now because I don't know if he's.
Yeah, why are you drinking Logan Paul's thing?
It tastes really good.
Tastes good?
Yeah, I want a Prime sponsorship. I love this stuff. I crave these now.
Okay.
Because you know what? Because so many of those like sugar-free energy drinks just taste like shit.
Yeah.
This one, I think, because they use coconut water instead of regular water, I think it tastes better. I think that's what the secret is. Joe Ray for 5. Vito, you did it. You fucking yeah. I lost I went from super obese to just regular morbid obese.
You did it.
Great. What a success. See, I think that's what bothers me so much is like.
You don't feel as accomplished as
No, I don't
everyone's
feel
treating
accomplished
it.
at all because nobody's going to come up to me and go, wow, look at that skinny guy. I'm still a fat piece of shit. I'm just slightly look, if I can get back down, I haven't tried putting on the 2XL shirt. If I can get back into the 2XL from the 3XL, I'll be happy.
Your shirt's looking a little saggy.
I think
You
I'm
look a
getting
little
down.
roomy.
I'm getting a little bit of room. Knocking Futz for 5. Vito, you kicked ass. A shot of Wild Turkey 101 for you. Cheers to weight loss. Thank you.
I don't have any liquor. I drank it all last night.
Zach Lee for 5. Thank you, Zach. David Bland for 10. For the same amount of the time the contest has been going, I went from 280 to 250. The fucked up part is I wasn't even attempting to lose weight. Congrats.
Neither was Vito.
Yeah, I wasn't trying at all. And then I pushed through. Pineapple Man for 2. Congratulations, Vito. Thank you. Jeff M for 20. Great job, Vito. When's the next weight loss contest? We'll think about it. I don't know if I can go through this.
No, you gotta lose
fucking
weight. You gotta lose
drama.
weight normally now.
I gotta lose it. Yeah, let's.
You gotta get a good healthy lifestyle for you.
I think I have a healthier lifestyle now. Okay. I think the pounds will keep coming.
Stick to it.
Young guy. You know what I've been playing? You know what I did all week while I would do the weight loss? Play Spider-Man on the PlayStation.
Oh,
Swinging around town.
set up like gay dates for people. And
No, I didn't play that one. I played the old one.
Bring gay couples their surrogate babies.
That's in
stuff
Spider-Man
like that.
2, and this one you had to do fun stuff.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Young God Fieri for 10. Proud of you, Vito. Now lose another 30 pounds, you F-slur. See, that's the correct. Yes, I agree. And Rustica for 2. Vito needs a clinic in Switzerland. Trucker Chrissy, another trucker for 10. Great job, Vito. Thank you, Chrissy. Faho Gods for 5. I wonder how Scott Adams feels about being on Maddox's list of stalkers and harassers.
It's not his wheelhouse.
Donu for 2 says Vito lost. Yes. Ominous Kelp for 5. Good job on doing the bare minimum, Vito.
Good job. It's
welcome.
a lot. I wish everyone would do the bare
30
minimum,
pounds,
to be honest.
it feels good. Do I wish it was more? Yes, but if I can stay on track, I'm happy. Gut for 5. Congrats, fatty. Thank you.
I don't think I'm getting enough credit for stretching out the reveal.
Okay.
I mean, that was really incredible.
Yeah, that really
was
sucked.
so much cock teasing.
Should have cut to a commercial break. You should have cut to a technical difficulty
man.
sign.
That's my calling in life, being that guy. Cut to a commercial break.
And we'll find out after
these
this
breaks.
commercial break. Oh! Knocking Butts for 5 says, double or nothing, Vito. Are you a gambler? I'll just take the 1,200 and eat a little bit.
That's a fuckload of money.
Go up to
You're not
24.
going to report that on your taxes, are you? Just going to pocket it.
Well, now I am. You fucking idiot. LJ Calbarino for 2. Not bad, Fatso. Are you going to gain it all back? I will not gain it all back.
French fries hamburger, he said.
JJ
also.
for 2 says Vito just said he was going to have a cheat weekend.
Well,
oh, dude, I'm going hard in the paint. You don't know how many foods I've been thinking about that I have not. I have not had any pasta in like 2 months.
What? I thought I saw you on Twitter with a pizza.
That was not my picture. Everybody thought.
I told my fucking. She said he's eating fucking pizza and a weight loss contest.
I
don't think
posted
that's
that at
his pizza.
4 a.m. Where did I get a Chicago deep dish pizza at 4 a.m.?
Well, you would know. I mean, if I needed a Chicago pizza at 4 a.m., I know I'm calling.
You know who to call. I might get a deep dish pizza. I've had no pizza.
Why don't you just do drugs instead of getting into all this food nonsense again? Have a drug weekend.
Because food is better than drugs.
Crazy.
I've had no pizza, no pasta.
No woman would fuck you for a bag of hamburgers.
Yeah. I had a little bit of bread. I had like a hot dog here and there. I like hot dogs.
Okay.
I had a Costco hot dog like a week and a half ago, and that was great. Just cut out the carbs, man. That's really what it is.
Oh, now you can lecture people on weight loss because you won.
Well, I don't have to lecture
so
them.
annoying. Oh my God. Oh, you're right.
I'm not going to lecture anyone.
But you can.
But
You
if anyone
can.
goes like, what did you do? I'll say like,
Here's
just.
my whole story. I had to come to terms with wanting to lose weight.
No,
and then
I'm not going to do that.
Wow, fucking annoying.
Eat eggs, eat hamburger meat.
Oh, when I fucking
You know what I'd get? I'd get those big shrimp cocktails from the. You ever go to Costco and they got that big thing? It's just shrimp.
Yeah.
Just eat that. Shrimp's got like no calories in it.
Really?
A shrimp is like 20 calories or something.
What about the marinara sauce?
Yeah, well, that's the bad
Or the
part.
cocktail
Just go
sauce.
really light with it. You know,
Can't do that, I'm afraid.
you going hard in the
I gotta
cocktail.
go all the, hard in the paint.
Hard in the paint for the cocktail sauce. Brainiac for 3180 wants a mukbang. No, it's too humiliating. I didn't even want to eat. Honestly, I didn't want to eat this on camera, but I was like, I have to eat. I'm desperate.
I'm starving. Lay off of me. I'm starving.
Gigawarp for a big, and that was a big $30 from Brainiac. Thank you. Gigawarp
you.
for 20. Also big. I didn't believe in you, Vito, but you won. Now challenge Dick to a 6-month alcohol-free challenge. It's only fair. There we go.
No,
Dick.
I fail.
Drydick.com.
28 days.
Drydick.com. Check it out now. How dry can he go?
I went 28 days when they cut my skull in half and moved my jaw.
Oh, shit.
I went 28 days after that. That was
No
the longest
drinking?
I've ever been, including when I was a kid.
You're welcome for 5. Says, I was honestly going to double the bet, but was stopped by the crypto stuff out of laziness. Honestly glad I did. Yeah, I was honestly, guys, I was trying to rope-a-dope a couple people at the last minute. I was like posting some stuff on Twitter like, well, you know, at least I tried my best or something. I'm like, can I get a couple extra bucks in there? But I didn't want to go to Jim Satala for 100 American dollars.
99.
Call to prayer, Dick. Maddox jihaded Vito's weight loss.
Vito has evolved.
Yes.
Into more powerful Vito.
Yes.
Stage 2 Vito. Slightly less weight on the Pokemon card. If I had Pokemon card of Vito.
Yes.
Stage 2 would have...
VMAX?
Would have 30 pounds, 31.5 pound less than the other pound.
Oh.
Maddox card would be absolutely...
Basic beach Pokemon.
Terrible. And imagine, Maddox is a fairy energy Pokemon card. Discontinued.
Flip coin. If coin is heads, you are gay.
Discontinued.
If coin is tails, you are also gay.
If coin is Bitcoin, you have none.
You have no Bitcoin.
No Bitcoin.
Dick has all Bitcoin.
Fairy type Pokemon, very angry. Angry Pokemon. Flip coin. Obsess about dick. Heads. Tails. Also obsess about dick. Very bad Pokemon. Pokemon stuns. Maddox Pokemon stuns self in confusion.
No good. Worse than Magikarp. Worse than does not evolve. Only
Takes too much time adding energy. Adding energy. Adding energy. Adding energy.
this Pokemon take 5 years to evolve from cock into Mega Cock. And even then have no power.
Actually,
0 HP.
Not even Pokemon. Is Digimon.
Is Digimon
Way more autistic.
Way gay.
Very, very much not a good even a
Not
game. Don't
good.
even understand how a rat evolved into a refrigerator.
Digivolve this, you stupid bitch piece of shit.
But Vito Pokemon, very powerful, very strong. Start as Mega, turn into Mega EX, lose 10 pounds.
Vito is legendary. Legendary Pokemon.
Yes. All right.
You buying any Pokemon cards?
No.
You got to get that 151 set.
I was looking at that Sliver Magic
Deck. Is it on
Commander
sale
deck.
finally? I think the prices are finally coming down on a lot of that stuff.
I think so, but the Commander stuff my girlfriend doesn't like.
What?
Too complicated. She's
not
like,
too
much to
complicated.
it's too much to keep track of.
All you keep track of is one guy.
Nah, I know, but that's the rules, man.
I'm going to bring my Commander decks over again, and we're going to
all
play.
right.
Random guy 2324 for well. Thank you again, Jim Satala, for $100. Jim's a great supporter of the show.
Love him. Love Jim.
I see him
Thank you
around.
for watching me on Retardo and everywhere else, Jim.
And don't forget, if you also want to support the show, patreon.com/biggestproblem.
Fuck you, pay me. Is that his image? Is the Paul Sorvino, I think?
I don't know. Random guy 2324 for $5 Canadian. Vito, have you considered alcoholism? My food diet tends to be way better when I'm drinking more.
No, alcoholism is bad for weight gain. Oh, man.
Well, that's the problem is I would drink beer, and beer's terrible for...
I have to work out.
I don't like hard liquor.
I do
that much.
Legree Pilates 3 times a week and feel like I'm going to fucking die just to stay fat.
I had a period of time where I'd keep a 6-pack in the fridge, and then I'm like, this is just empty calories, and I'm not getting that much out of it.
Yeah.
So. Vito the Wig, get that soundboard ready because I'm going to give the audience what they love.
Okay.
For $50, to be fair.
I've sucked cocks.
Be fair.
I've sucked cocks. I've sucked cocks. I've sucked cocks.
I suck cocks all the time, and I lost the weight. Bah. Zach Lee for 2. Thank you for 50, Vito the Wig. Fantastic. And look at that. Excellent. We need more wigs for this show. Guys, don't forget.
Send your wigs in.
Send your wigs in. Zach Lee for 2. Zach Lee for 2. Good job. Buy a Mountain Dew on me. Oh, I will. Wet Bandit for 2.
Diet
says,
Mountain Dew. Get a diet
You need
Mountain
to put
Dew.
up a... Well, I'll get the Diet Mountain Dew. Actually, the Diet Mountain Dew sucks. Diet Sprite's good,
Can you
though.
buy 2 and mix them together?
How about I get
You buy a diet and a regular and mix them together?
I'll get Diet Double Dew.
What's that?
Well, Double Dew has twice the calories of regular Mountain Dew.
Jesus.
But thankfully, they make
So you're
Diet...
getting a regular
They make
Mountain
Diet
Dew?
Double Dew, which is half the calories of Double Dew. This is a South Park. It's a South Park bit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carmen's all
I thought
excited.
that was real.
They're like, Carmen, what are you drinking? He's like, Double Dew. And they're like, don't drink that shit. He's like, oh, don't worry.
It's
I got
Diet
Diet
Double
Double Dew. It's got half the calories of Double Dew. Wet Bandit for 2 says you need to put up a no fumar sign. I don't speak Mexican. What the fuck does that mean?
Maddox thought no fumar meant no farting.
Oh, shit. What does
He
it
saw in
actually
a-
mean?
No smoking.
Yeah, that's what I
'Cause
thought.
it's always accompanied by a cigarette.
Yeah, it always
with
has a
line to
cigarette.
it.
No farting. World-renowned Geohound,
He's
my
a retard.
Grandia brother for 2. Love you, silly geese. The Larry David of YouTube shows.
Yes, it is the Curb Your Enthusiasm
They're
of
the
YouTube
curb
shows.
enthusiasm of YouTube shows. Joe Cool for 5. When are all
Not
those?
the Dharma and Greg.
No. We're very
Idiot.
Dharma and Greg. Joe
What
Cool.
kind of reference is that?
I don't know. When's the last time anyone watched Dharma and Greg? Didn't that show go off the air in like 98?
It's a very odd and gay reference.
It's an ancient reference. That's the other thing. That's why Maddox is fucked. He can't connect with a young audience. He's making Dharma and Greg references.
I'm hanging out at Adam 22.
Yeah, you're hip and
Yeah,
young.
got fucking Bo Blacks in here. Yeah.
Somebody did-
Yeah, how'd you kids like some cocaine? Yeah, cool.
There have been some comments that are like, wait, why are Bo Blacks and Turkey Tom over there? I'm like, because we're their cool uncles, man.
Because they're cool. Because
Yeah,
they're funny.
They're fun. We're hip with the young boys. Joe Cool for 5 asks, when are all those corn stars you met at Adam 22's party going to come on either shows? Soon. Also, if Vito wants to interview guests, he should do it on the Dick Show. Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be an interview.
I mean, come on. We try new things.
We're figuring out formats still. Guests are good. We get to poach their audiences.
Everybody
Makes
loved
the
Adam
show bigger.
Sessler.
Everyone, see, and I'm
I
going
think
to
Carl's
say
just maybe a little freaked out, too, because we're hitting him with so much stuff.
Carl's a
So,
great guest, and I want to have him back. And we just maybe didn't give him enough, whatever. Vegetable Spy for 5. You guys see the new topless meta on Twitch? Have you seen this on Twitch where they're
Chicks
wearing
here.
super high cut or low cut like bras, but they frame the camera so it just kind of looks like
They're
you know,
not wearing bras.
I don't know what
they're
they're
wiggling around too much.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they are just actually naked.
I know.
Where's my 18+ section with naked people playing video games?
Yeah, hey, that's a great fucking question. Why can't cigarette companies advertise online and so we can be done with all of the censorship shit? Brought to you by fucking Marlboro. Awesome. A naked chick playing fucking doing Mario speedruns, playing Final Fantasy for an hour and a half. Cool.
You're not going to get that until we're allowed to have sex video games. We're still not allowed to have sex video games. So until that happens, Puritanism, this fake Puritanism is like so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Of like we have
OnlyFans,
we
but
have
no
to protect all
prostitution.
these children from porn. I'm like, every 12-year-old in this country is on Pornhub. You can't, and you're not doing anything to stop it, and you won't.
When I was 12, if you try to keep naked women from me, I'll kill you.
The second I found the internet, I said, I wonder if there's naked women on here, and there was, and I just kept looking at them. Okay, like unless you're one of these families who puts
I'm stealing nudie magazines.
if you don't have some sort of strict parental locks on your kid's iPad, he is looking at porn right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And all these families
fucking
are like living in
retarded.
denial, and they're like, our kids are getting turned gay by the school library. I'm like, no, your kids are getting turned gay by whatever fucking.
First of all, nothing has ever turned anything gay.
They're
or ever be
just-
gay.
Yeah, your gay kid is just online and he's looking at shit you probably don't want him to look at. And what are you gonna do? Figure it out. Dave for 5. Has anyone seen Maddox and Stuttering John at the same time? No, but they should team up. Shout out
should team up.
WATP. We love Carl over at WATP. Scipio for 5. Vito, have you been collecting names from the TDS Facebook page so you can dox us all in 7 years? Yes. James Gardner for 5. Congratulations, Vitos. You guys need a pull-up shirt so that dummy still feels important. We should make a pull-up shirt with Ricky Retardo on it.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. Bob Duato.
Did you see they have a "What's your favorite part"?
Yeah,
shirt?
they're very proud of that. Can't just answer the question, but we can make a T-shirt illustrating the fact
What's
that there's
your favorite part?
Well, what is your favorite part? I don't have to tell you that.
This
T-shirt,
T-shirt.
yeah, this cool
triggers you.
T-shirt. It's fascinating. Bob Duato, biggest problem is seeing a band that's only crossover famous for a couple songs and then they don't play some of them. Well,
Sucks.
bands don't want to play their hits. Spider Eternal for 5. Maddox is too stupid to understand the juxtaposition of his seriousness versus Dick's jokes problems, which made the old show hilarious. I thought it was on purpose.
It was on purpose from me because I saw that he was not bringing in any comedy problems, so I would just bring in funny problems.
Yeah, it was like if Carl Jobst every week brought in serious problems.
Yeah, you kind of like have
You
it
gotta balance it out.
All right, that's why I would always get his problems first, so I knew what he was doing, and I could do the if he was doing a
Yeah, you
joke
could do the
one, I would do
opposite or
serious
whatever.
one.
Okay, so you can balance it out. Michael Winning for 2 says, notice me, senpai. I will not, and I've already forgotten your name. Rev for 5, Maddox's reasoning for madly texting 80s girl during the wedding was wildly hilarious. I didn't watch that part because it's so cringy to hear a guy talk about his old girlfriend. I'll have to actually
From
sit
12
through that
years
part.
ago?
Yeah. I don't want to sit through that part, but I was like, oh, God. The second he starts doxing her, I was like, oh, this just makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Sick too sick for 5. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Good job, Vito. I'll take the win. I'll take the W.
Yeah, he was upset that I drove home with 80s girl because
He thought you were drinking or something?
not because he thought we were banging it out, but because I was drinking, but not because I was drinking, because she wouldn't let
him drink and drive?
when they were dating.
So he was mad
So
about
you're like
the
a
double standard.
turbo cuck. Like
Yeah.
you mean a woman told
What do you
that
mean he's allowed
What do you
to
mean
drink?
he's allowed? I was never allowed.
I wasn't allowed to drink.
First of all, I'm not saying that's true, but if you're saying that's true, that's fucking pathetic,
That's
bro.
something I would never bring up ever. I had to text my ex-girlfriend to let her know she was a
How come he's
hypocrite.
allowed to drive drunk and not me?
That's truly pathetic. Again,
That's
this is why
turbo cuck.
That's the part I can't watch because it's just too embarrassing. Flirk Respected for 10. Washington State live show in Bellingham soon. Why do you all want us to go to Washington State?
I don't know, but I guess we can.
Somebody today was asking me if I've ever been to Seattle. I've only been once, and I had a good time. Let's see. Utah-based Armenian for 5. Congratulations on the weight loss, Vito. I'm 100% confident you will be this generation's Subway Jared. The difference between me and Jared is I'll never get caught on on fucking. You ever hear the like audio recordings where it's like, did you really think that mom wanted you to fuck her kid? And you just are like talking about it. Actually, they were putting that documentary out in parts, and I never finished it. I should finish the Subway Jared documentary. James Gardner for 2 says, Vito, you're still fat, but I love you. And
That's nice.
take care of
That's nice
yourself.
of him.
Don't know for 5. Vito's weight had a better character arc than Isom. I agree with that. Midori Kawa for a big 50 Australian dollars.
Thank you.
This has been a great episode. Congrats to Dick for getting Maddox back. Congrats to Vito for the weight loss. You're truly an inspiration to us all. Let's bring in Ricky to top it all off. What a show, guys. 3 hours of
Too much.
characters and weight loss and Maddox and
Not me.
no, not you,
you
Mr.
dumb cracker.
Isom Knox.
Not me, you
All
dumb,
right,
you
all
dumb
right.
cracker.
No,
Cracker ass. Congratulations on your
no.
weight loss, Vito.
Shut up.
You'd have never survived back in slavery
No,
days.
I would
you
not
old
have
fucking
survived
size.
back in
You
I
could
would have
probably-
survived slavery
8
times.
fucking slaves could probably sleep on you, float you across the fucking ocean. How about
This shirt
that?
does look loose.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Oh, hello.
Hello. You still have Isom on it. There you go.
Vino.
Hi, Ricky.
It took me a little while.
How you been?
Oh, bad.
Bad? Why bad?
My comic came out.
But isn't that exciting? Aren't people excited to see your first comic book, Alpha Core?
Oh, are they? But I don't even have any good lines in the
You
comic.
don't?
I recorded some.
Okay, well, what lines did you prepare for the comic that didn't make it in?
I like turtles.
I like turtles. Okay,
That's a good
well,
one.
that's not a good
look at
superhero.
the big boobies on that lady.
No, you need like a superhero catchphrase. Did you prepare like a catchphrase?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's what you need. You need like a slogan, like Superman. Truth, justice, and the American way.
Now who's retarded? That was my
that's not a
catchphrase.
good.
Now who's retarded?
That's not a
As
good
I
one.
beat the bad guys in their
I
penis.
think you need to workshop
Now
that,
who's
Ricky.
retarded?
Now who's retarded doesn't have the same sort of No, it doesn't land as good.
Hey, I have a 3-hour documentary that I'm going to release.
Oh.
Think that's a good idea?
Well, I know another mentally challenged individual who did that, but I don't think it worked out as well for him.
Yeah, that would be cool to show support for me. I'm retarded. He's retarded. I mean, come on, all the retarded people to release 3-hour
all the retarded guys are making documentaries right now.
Who fucked us, wronged us over in some way.
Ricky, I feel like you should focus on your superhero adventures. Don't worry about making documentaries.
I gotta do a screen cap of everyone who said the N-word ever.
Okay,
I'm gonna make a video.
That's gonna take a while. I don't know if that's
gonna end evil. What do you think about that,
well,
Vito?
I know another guy who tried to end evil by collecting all these receipts and screenshots, and I just think you don't want to go down that path, Ricky. You're too talented of an individual to.
Oh, I am. Thank
Yeah.
you. Hey, congratulations on your weight loss.
Thank you,
If you
Ricky.
didn't, I mean, even a retarded person could figure out how to lose 30 pounds in 6
Ricky.
months.
Thank you.
Fuck up pathetic, actually.
Okay, thank you, Ricky.
Drinking Mountain Dew.
Ricky, I tried. It's not always easy.
Yeah, what?
We all have our struggles. I struggle with weight.
I
gain.
struggle with getting hit in the head.
You
that's
struggle
why I
with.
have this
That's why you have the
helmet.
helmet. Okay.
Yeah.
You wear.
And plot. I don't know anything about plot.
You don't know anything about plot.
Why is the art in my comic book a little weird in places?
Well, there's some odd art. I think there's some weird proportions.
There's like a tiny face and
People's noses are a little oddly proportioned.
Yeah, the fingers are a little weird.
The sunglasses change shape from panel to panel.
That's weird too. Did I draw it or what?
I don't know.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Well, Ricky, I mean, it made $1 million. Do you think it looks like $1 million piece of artwork?
Maybe like $1 million doll hairs. It looks
doll hair. Oh, Ricky.
That's a retarded people.
Is that what retarded people say?
Yeah. What are you excited about for AlphaCore 2?
Well, I have to read the first one, but, I obviously want to learn more about the Alpha Core.
I think it's pretty cool that guy that's like Superman is in head of Texas or something.
Yeah.
Texas Superman, that's cool.
Well, he's Texas Superman. Texas man.
Pretty cool. Probably should have just been about him, the whole thing then.
Well, don't you think I saw him, fighting a drug dealer and then going to hell for some reason is fascinating?
I think that sounds like retarded.
All right, Ricky, get out of here.
Wait.
You got to close it out.
You moved your mouse.
Okay. Thank you, Ricky Retardo, and thank you again to Midori Kawa for putting us over the top. We love Ricky. Ryan Young for 10. Caught the end. Love the show. Glad to see Vito alive. Hey, I'm trying. Giga Warp for 20. Laughing my ass off at Dick. Immediately dismissing the 6-month alcohol-free challenge after badgering Vito for his weight loss challenge. Vito won. Yeah.
There's just nothing worth it. I don't care.
It's also hard to track. It's not like you can lower your body's alcohol
it's
content.
It's easy to track, Vito.
Well, you can track not drinking, but I'm saying it doesn't
Just see if I'm tweeting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Fail.
Knucking Futz for 5. Alcohol is a weight gain unless that's all you have for the day.
What?
Saying if you only drink alcohol, you won't gain weight, but if you're using
you
it...
drink alcohol and then eat everything in the house.
You eat everything in the house. And again, Giga Warp, thank you for the big 20. Knucking Fuss for 5. Tyler P for 10. Congrats on losing the weight, Vito. Everyone knows losing weight makes your knees smell better so you don't gain it back. Google, nope.
Thank you. That's it.
Well, it's almost it. I'm giving it one more refresh. And then we're going to be done. Guys, we had a great show. Scipio for 2, Washington State live show, Drain J for 5. How much a month to subsidize Maddox's Patreon, become the first $1,000 tier where you become a benefactor and have direct email access?
I think everyone has direct
Is that
email
his tier
access
for
to him.
$1,000? You get to email him
Yeah,
whenever
it's like
you
a
want?
joke, right?
Yeah.
Thinking that someone would do it.
Some people do that stuff. Fancy Lad for 2. I'm trying to gain weight, can't pass 140. Well, that's your problem,
Start
idiot.
drinking cum.
I want to bring up the top supporters of the show. We love our dickheads. We love our veto files. Don't forget.
This is the docs list now.
Yeah, this is the docs list. You can put this somewhere. Don't forget, get bonus episodes at patreon.com/biggestproblem. We will have a new bonus episode, hopefully within the next week.
We'll do it next week.
Next week. Look, it's been a big Maddox week. Dick's been dealing with a lot. And I've been starving myself, which I will now undo. At least 10 pounds of that weight is coming back.
You got to weigh yourself next week. to see how much you gain.
If they give $50, they
Okay,
can get a weight.
$50, yeah.
$50 if you need to check back in.
Biggest problem.
I'm going to be back at 290. Everyone's going to go, God fucking damn it.
Patreon.com/biggest problem. Bye, everybody.
Vote on the problems at biggestproblem.show. That Maddox